Oh, let's pull something up. What, kitten? Hey, kitty. Charlie. We should put you on the stream, Charlie girl. Everyone will love you. She's got her paw on my shoulder. What is it, Charlie? She just wants to touch me. It's okay, Charlie Gill. You just want to be close? Yeah, you a good Charlie Gill. Good Gill. Look at her. Isn't that premium kitten right there? Premium kitten. That's what we'll call the stream. Premium kitten. Saturday. Premium kitten. And then let's put a different... Wow. See if this works. Yeah. Yes, very wise. Ooh, it's hard to see on there. It's too small. Ooh, this sounds like Tiny Tim. Wow. Charlie Gill. Let's see. Do we got anything here? Nope. We'll call it the Charlie stream. The Charlie Girl stream. We should find a good spot for you, Charlie Girl. So, yeah, you just admiring me? I admire you, little kitten. I admire you. You're the real hero. You're my muse. I'm just drawing a bunch of Charlie girls. Right, little Charlie baby? You're the best, Charlie. You're the best. This stream's really about you. How do we do that? Can I set this up so that we can just have her in the shot? I'm all about that, actually. You are adorable. She's made 100% of ham. 100% ham, this cat is. Let's see. Yeah, you're definitely going to bring some viewers in. I have no doubt now. Oh, let me go get my water. If I leave, are you going to follow me? Let's see if she follows me. See, I lost my mascot. Makes a big difference. Alright, so we're back on this drawing again. What are the shortcuts on OBS on the keyboard? It's gotta be, right? Oh, whoops. You know what I could do? I could put a, I could put like a pre-roll on the front of the show. Because, you know, honestly, this is part of my process. I do like to kind of survey and think about what I'm going to do. What up, Gray Fox? Welcome to the Premium Kitten Show. I'm your host, Timothy James. What do we got here? Nice. Okay. Let's just build on this a little bit. Charlie, what are you doing in there? What you eating? Oh, these are nuts. I'm eating roasted peanuts. Brought to you by Hampton Farms. Hampton Farms. North Carolina. Severn, North Carolina. I was wondering if it was going to have like a serving size where it has a recommended amount of peanuts that you should have, which is 1 serving. It doesn't say that. It's like a 1/4 cup, which is a little smarter, I guess. I think it'd be funny if there was a peanut. Charlie, come over here. Come here, Charlie. Come hang out on the stream. I'm like that YouTube channel that wants to ham out my kids. Except for my kid is my kitten. Come here, Charlie. You're gonna make me into a liar on the stream. Don't do that. Come on. Come on, Charlie girl. Alright. Guess not. Charlie, come here. We're not cool like that anymore? Alright. Oh yeah, they have a lot of Aldi's in Chicago. Yeah, Aldi's is a good company. I love how they don't have people collecting the carts. They just release them with a quarter. It's brilliant. It's like an experiment on like human psychology. It's brilliant. Oh, I knew she'd come up here. She's always trying to hang out with me. What's up? See? Do you see her put her paw on me? What, Charlie? What is it, Charlie Gill? What is it? You want me to pet you? Okay. You need a lot of comfort? Charlie's my girlfriend. I gotta give my girlfriend attention. She'll get very upset. Aw, Charlie, you're so sweet. Yeah. Speaking of nuts, have you ever had peanuts in Coke or Pepsi? Just put a handful of peanuts inside of a Coke or Pepsi. It tastes so good. I was with you all the way until you said put the nuts inside of the beverage, because as a typical American, I like to do the sweet and salty thing. Right, Charlie? We like to do that. All right, I gotta draw. No, Charlie girl. I really shouldn't spend this much time on a drawing, but I really like this drawing. And I think this could be used for other things, like marketing. So I'm going to bring this drawing more detail. I wish I could do this for every panel, but then the book would take a decade. But we're getting there. We're almost done with it. We're heading towards the finish line, rather. So however long it takes is however long it takes. Don't ask me anymore, Charlie. Don't ask me when this book's going to be done. It's an old Southern thing. It's an old wooden ship from the Civil War era. Yeah, there's certain parts of the South that only drink or call everything Coke. No matter what kind of soda you order, it's still a Coke. Kind of doing the same thing over here with the texture on on these pants. Now I wish I had a Coke. Do I have no? I just missed the store. What, kitten? What? Okay. I was thinking about lifting this tail up, but I think this works. Because the art's going to get kind of surrealistic towards the end. So I want to keep leaning into that. I think as long as the story makes sense, you can do that. And the story will make sense. So it's not the drawings aren't going to throw people off. Thank God. Nah, kitten. Whoa, we're going to need a replay of that. That's exciting, Charlie. What, kitty? What? Yeah, I know. I gotta draw this, though. I got to. There's no way around it. Someone's gotta draw it. You're not gonna draw it. This book needs to be drawed. I feel like that tear is a little redundant, but that's okay. We'll just keep going. Keep giving this some flair. There it is. Let's clean this up a little bit. There we go. And then what's going on with this guy right there? He's got it on his chin, don't he? He's got it on his lips. So this lip here is all filled in. I don't know why I turned it off. Okay, and then he's got it up here on this part of his mouth. I know, Charlie. What am I thinking? He's got some on his tooth, some on this tooth, a little bit right here, a little bit right here, a little bit right there. Charlie, you weirdo. Oop. I think I'm actually going to cut some of this off. Meow, 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 meow. Charlie, stop it. They're probably blocking us because of the indecent poses. Jeez. What, kitten? What do you think? Does that work? On some of these pages, I'm covered all the way up on here. Do you like this music, Charlie? I wonder if this music makes her playful. You're crazy, girl. What? What, Charlie? What, Charlie? We might be almost done with this drawing. But let's get in here a little bit more, huh? What, girl? What is it, Charlie kitten? Where's the chat? What, kitten? What is it? Charlie, tell your friends to watch the stream. What the heck? Where's this at? Did I turn off the comments? What is it, Charlie? Oh, this was made for kids. I don't want to do that. Customization. Kitten, chill out. Such a needy girl. Stop it, Charlie girl. was I? Okay. Yeah, live chat, live reaction. Yeah. Hmm. Oh, I want to get rid of that. Cat, you're too adorable. Yeah, I know. Why is everything got rain in it? There we go. What in the world? I've had to just pull back on social media as a whole. I like Instagram still, but outside of that, man, I'm glad I didn't get into TikTok. Like, I know it's the best awareness spreading platform, but man, I think I'd just be on it all day. I almost feel like I'm making a tattoo or something. Like these lines have to pop. Where in the world? Where's OBS? I gotta get this config under control. There we go. Do I have... Where in the world is my... I can't keep track of anything. Is there another one around here? All right. I'll take it. Uh-oh. I think the kitten's on the prowl. Oh, I suppose these toes are actually black, aren't they? Where in the world? There we go. I think I should darken in these toes. There we go. Oop, got a little ballsy there. Wow, 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 wow. Maybe I gotta take the cat out of the title now that I no longer got the cat here. I will say, I am definitely craving a soda now. Just to wreck my insides. Did you guys come to see me eat peanuts? Probiotics? No, I've never heard of that. Probiotic peanuts? I'm actually not the most well-educated person on medical stuff. Just an avenue I never went down. Like poppy. Oh, probiotic sodas like poppy. No, I didn't know that was a thing. Huh. No. Interesting. Boy, I've been working all day. Should have cleaned myself up before the stream, but you guys got me all sweaty and all. It's alright. You guys know I'm not gross, for real. Well, I guess you don't know that. I got water instead. I'm trying to make good decisions. What are we going to do here with this drawing? I just got to keep rendering it. I think this drawing's worth pushing it through. I think this could be a good marketing piece. I'm going to have to put on some motivational music for myself, though. I always just want to listen to nostalgic music, but that's always copywritten. Where in the world is this browser at? I don't see all these. Oh, there's one half stuck between both my monitors. Oh no, here it is. How's this doing? Yeah, let's find something else to listen to. I was doing pretty well with like 16-bit music. What about AI metal, new metal? AI new metal. Let's see if they have anything that's like new metal, energy rock. No, that's not what I was looking for, but it may not be like a long form new metalcore playlist, best boost of adrenaline. Yeah, let's do it. Can I listen to this and not get hit? Ooh. Yeah, this is my favorite kind of music. This just kind of music just speaks to me. I don't know what to say. Man, he's shredding that guitar. I'm actually starting to think we cut off even more of this drawing. It doesn't really, that other part doesn't really matter. I'm just kind of putting it in there just to do it. What are they saying? Yeah, sports.
Who's that?
Hey, what's up, boss?
Not too much, man. How
Hey,
you doing?
I'm pretty good. I just want to let you know I'm on the stream.
Oh, right on.
So, I mean, it's cool with me, but I just wanted to let you know, disclaimer.
That is, I appreciate the heads up. You're all open it up.
Yeah. Yeah, well, how's it going, dude?
Hello, people of the internet.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, things are going good. You know, just got a house, which is kind of crazy.
yeah. So what's the living situation at the moment?
We got post closing possession where we are now. After we sold this house,
Okay.
and it'll time out perfectly to when we have to move. So.
So how's moving going?
Well, we don't get to move until after the 26th, so we're just chilling until the
Oh,
26th.
okay. I feel that.
Pretty much everything's in boxes.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm talking about. Like, where are you at in the stage?
Yeah, and most everything's in the garage right now, and then I have my shop downstairs. It's not entirely packed up yet.
Yeah.
You haven't been here since I did the clear out though. So
Oh, really? There's been a clear
Yeah,
out.
yeah, you know, like where the carpet is,
Yeah, sure.
like that stuff's all there, but everything else isn't.
Well, you know, that's what's so nice about a move. It can be a really good cleansing.
Yeah, well, it's driving me nuts because I don't have all my equipment.
Oh, I bet. Are you using boxes as furniture yet?
No, not yet. We're getting there though.
Yeah. Or, you know, it's crazy when you start going back into the boxes.
That's what I've been doing.
Oh, okay. That's where you're
I
at.
keep a box cutter and a roll of tape in the garage right now where all our stuff is.
Okay.
And pretty much every day I run out there and cut a box open, grab something, tape the same box back up.
Man. I bet you're glad you cleaned out that garage.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I'm glad I had some help with that.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, let me know when you need help with moving. I'm the one guy who
Totally.
actually. I know that's like a trope. You're not supposed to ask people, but I'm like, please ask me.
I
Also,
appreciate it.
I found out.
I spent some.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, yeah. No, go ahead.
No, I had actually found out recently that something about disease or I don't even remember exactly what it was. Like basically, if you work out 90 minutes a day, but basically sit all day, you're like, I don't remember what it was. Like, it isn't enough to have such a significance. You're still gonna suffer for the sedentary lifestyle. No, I think it might be 90. I think it's 90. Maybe it's not 90 minutes a day, or it might be 90 minutes a day. Like that's not enough.
It's not enough exercise in a day.
Yeah, basically to offset an entirely sedentary. I think really what the data is about is that there are people who move a lot for work, and then there are people who sit a lot for work. The people who sit a lot for work
Yeah.
are going to have a lot more health problems sooner than the
Sedentary
people,
lifestyle, yeah.
right, as opposed to the people. Because I guess the reason why I'm bringing it up is I feel like it's a goal to sit for work. You know, that's like I don't know, almost like a reward for having committed to the system. Does that make sense?
I think it would make sense, but I'm getting like every other word from you right now.
Oh, you're getting
Audio-wise.
feedback. Man, how come that always happens? We do go through this every time.
Well, it's wild because I think through the stream, it's so clear.
Oh, so you can't talk to me through the stream though, because it's too delayed, right?
Yeah, because it's super delayed. So like you'll be hearing we'll be having a huge gap.
Yeah. Well, now you know how the people in the chat are.
How the what?
Like sometimes I can tell people in chat are trying to have a conversation, but it's so delayed, and I'll move on, and then they'll comment on something. I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. All right, let me
I don't
see.
even know what you're talking about anymore.
Yeah. Well, because I'm also trying to do the drawing, you know.
Yeah.
Okay. Voice and video. Check. Oh, you know what it is? Here, let me try this. This might work. Try it this way.
Whatever
Is this
you
better?
did right there sounded correct.
How about, is this better? Or is it work?
Possibly. We're gonna find out in due time.
Okay. So
There's
far, so
like-
good.
Like 2 sentences worth of information.
Okay. So this is a switch up on the settings. So we'll see how this goes.
Okay.
How's the baby?
Baby's doing fantastic.
Ooh,
I
that's
got
good.
big news. I got my first dad ad today.
Oh, yeah? Wow. Congratulations. What came first, mama or dada?
Oh, dad ad by a mile.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, I feel bad for Becca because she does most of the work.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, right? Well, you know, you can't...
It's an easier syllable for a baby to say.
Dada? Is
Yeah,
it
'cause
da
your
or
baby
ma?
first
Ma.
da,
Da, da. Oh, okay, yeah. That's true. That's a
like,
good point.
Ma is like a really like difficult like that.
I see
requires,
what-
like a few mouth movements.
I respect...
Whereas, you kind of just dribble out.
I respect that disclaimer. Yeah.
Yeah.
That it's just the
But
muscle
she just
movements.
looked directly at me and goes, "Dad, dad," and then I was like, "Yes."
Dude, I've been loving Ben's daughter, Antoinette, and she is just enamored
daughter?
with me. Huh?
Whose daughter?
Ben.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and she is just talks about me all day, and I didn't believe him, and he was like sending me videos of her talking about me. She refers to me by my full name.
Timothy James Brosnan.
Yeah, yeah. Don't say.
Sorry, that's my dad's name. So I said Timothy James, and then like my brain switched to Brosnan because that's just how my dad's.
You and I'll know. Let's just keep that between you and I. Why that's a funny thing.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that is wild, dude. I forget about that. Timothy James.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, that's my dad's name. I was like, do you like your dad? You're like, I love my dad.
Hey, sure, good.
Yeah. Timothy James. Yeah, it's got a good ring to it.
Oh, yeah.
How's Becca doing?
Becca's doing good. Me and her are both sick right now, but.
Dude, I just got really sick. I took a whole week off of work. And I don't think I've ever done that in my entire work career. Given my particular work with exposure to different organisms, I felt that it was more responsible. Yeah. If I were in a more of a work environment where, I was just doing my work, I would have gone into work. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I completely understand what you're trying to say.
Okay, thank you. I got a speaking code.
You got a speaking code.
Yeah, I got a speaking code. Sorry, Internet. I really just want to talk to James. That's funny.
You get wrecked, everybody else.
Get wrecked. Man. Yeah, man. Yeah, dude, I'm studying for this exam, and it is so hard. I took it without studying, and I didn't pass. And I was like, what the heck?
Wow.
Yeah, and this is like a very serious exam that's like every time you take it there's a record of it and there's like an analysis of it. I didn't realize how serious this was, and they're expensive too. So the first one was on the house by the employer, and then I had to pay for the next ones. And I didn't pass this last time out, and it blew my mind. But I just got my results back. I'm actually super close. But it took like they'll tell you after you after you take the test whether or not you pass or fail, and so right there. But there's
immediately.
Yeah, but then there's
like scanned from.
Kind of. It's on a computer through. It's called Pearson's. Like it's the official. I think people take their. I'm assuming they do the bar exam and everything. So it's just that kind of system. You like go to a university and show them your ID or whatever, and then there's a bunch of rules. Yeah, and I'd never done anything like that before. And so I was really humbled because I didn't think I would have to study for that material. And then I took it the second time. Huh?
What subjects is it?
It's theater education. So it's pedagogy. I don't know if you know what that means because I just learned. So it's pedagogy. And the fact that I didn't even know what that word meant is kind of troubling. And then it's theater history, theater practicum, and then theater or theory on pedagogy is the theory of teaching, like how to teach. So it's the top, and I didn't study that, and I've never actually looked into that ever. This whole thing's been so new to me, but I figured I knew enough about theater that I could push through it, and it's not that kind of test. It's it's about how many you get right for a specific type of focus. And the questions are very specific to, like, you really have to know what you're talking about to get the answer right. It's like they're gaming you. Like there's generally one throwaway answer. So it's a multiple choice. There's one throwaway. Then I feel like there's a medium throwaway, and there's two really difficult ones that you have to sit there and figure it out. And it's like, I don't know, man. It's just graduate level stuff. So it's just they're not trying to make it that easy on you. And I've been humbled by it. But the program gave me an extension, and so now all I do is study all day long, and at all costs. So I've been very humbled by it.
I'd be interested to hear more about it.
What part? The test taking or
the theory and practice of education?
Oh yeah, pedagogy. It's an interesting thing because it's an agreed upon metric of how to administer a, a field that at no point, so I would say based on my studying of the state of Illinois' learning standards is what they call it, they'd never expect you to actually put on a traditional show. What the thing that they would expect you to eventually do is a thing called devised drama, which is where the metrics of getting the show are really, really low, and the real metrics are you get a group of people. They call it particularly the term ensemble, which is just the students.
Okay.
You guide the students through generating material, which it can be through something that exists. Or you just kind of you're there and you go through the process with the goal of having some sort of performance. But it never requires learning lines and never, like the traditional aspect of doing a show. But you could do those things. But it's hard to, well, I guess it's not that hard. I just don't know it well enough to confidently communicate it. But yeah, there's a lot of different ideas, and it's a beautiful thing actually what they have, how the reason why they're paying, public schools are paying for theater, which is that in a lot of ways improv, the theory of, or not theater, but like the theater of improv, which is generally humor in the market now, which I love improv, especially when done right. It's about building confidence and giving them more opportunities to socialize, which in my time of subbing have felt pretty consistent about the students, which is that they're not getting enough time to socialize. Therefore, sometimes curriculum versus talking to someone socially within the only social hierarchy they've ever been in that has to do with possibly dating someone they're attracted to. You know what I'm saying? Like if my material's boring to you and you only spent lunch hour with no one that you really wanted to talk to, you're finally in a class with a series of people that the social dynamic is worth sacrificing the curriculum if the instructor doesn't maintain the room. My point is, I think that comes up more often than not because I think that they're under socialized, and I don't think it's specific to public schools or these particular public schools that I'm in. I think it's just students in general, and these kind of like, I'm kind of dealing with a lot of iPad kids, and so theater is super important because it's this, if administered well, which is very underutilized because most people don't, I don't know if they don't think they can do it or whatever. I mean, some of the details, well, like for example, I think there's only the most up-to-date numbers I got about the licensure test, and this is for the entire state of Illinois, was about like 40 people a year are getting this license. And for the entire state of Illinois, it means that the classes are very, very low, meaning that I think people give up or decide to do something else. I'm not sure what it is, but I think that this job is, I don't know. I'm actually making assumptions, and that's not helpful. I can just tell you exactly what the data is. But anyway, yeah, I digress. It's such a beautiful thing. It administers such a wonderful thing, but I think it's hard to do, but I really do think I'm the guy for the job. Like I'm in a very unique position to do it, and they made me a good deal. And so, yeah. So I'm going to stay in and just study this stuff word for word. Oh my God, I know this history of theater so well now. Dude, I've never studied so hard for something before. Like I know how theater can, like legit, its history, step by step by step. Because I had already studied it in undergrad. And so I learned it. But now I'm like, I had to know it. Because I don't know what I'm going to get asked about. And so outside of like Middle Eastern theater and like Eastern Hemisphere theater, I know a little bit about the big stuff, but they're not testing me on that. They're testing me on Greece, Rome, neoclassicalism through the church, and then there's this huge wing where the church is basically doing all the theater, but the test doesn't seem to find that to be relevant. They just care about Greek, the classical stuff in Greek, the classical stuff in Roman, and then the Christian Reformation, just knowing that neoclassicalism came in when the Reformation happened. And then from there, they want you to know about Shakespeare. And then they want to know about like 1800s, like French European New Wave, when they were doing like really like gory stuff. And like, I'm assuming borderline porn. in France, and then just like really modern stuff, kind of like how we got to where we are now. So there's like big gaps, so you can game it a little bit. So yeah, man, that's all I've been thinking about the last
It's
like.
just focus on specific eras. That's crazy.
Yeah, just the eras that the state of Illinois seems to really care about. So they're basically through this test, they're molding me into the type of teacher they want. And it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no human interaction. Either I get it or I don't get to do the gig, you know?
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
Well, I have faith in you. It sounds like you're putting the hours in.
Yeah, there's no other choice, really. But I always knew the stuff, like, yeah, you're right. I am putting the hours in. Yeah, it's been good. Man.
So you're saying there's like two portions to it. So like, what's the portion that isn't theater based?
Oh, pedagogy.
So there's like,
The
like
theory of teaching. Yeah.
Because I've always like thought that at some point in my career I'll like retire into teaching or something like that.
Yeah, me too, man. Yeah, I expect to learn more about that in school. For this particular thing, like the stage that I'm at, I haven't gotten a ton of that aspect. Just very specific to running a theater curriculum. They want you to reach out to other instructors and try to like bring a network together. So it's all incentivized, right? So the incentive is to know this information, and they want to, like, whenever I don't know how to do something, they want me to reach out to other instructors and bring them in who aren't teaching. Because I think these theater teachers are on an island and then they just aren't able to be successful. I don't know. I'm guessing. And they're just kind of.
Is it theater teachers specifically? Because I have a bunch of teacher friends. They're art teachers and science teachers. But...
Yeah, theater teachers in particular. It seems like this is something they struggle. I mean, I think that's the reason why I got my sweetheart deal, honestly. Because they're struggling to get that, but also struggling to get people that they feel like should be doing it. You know what I mean? Like,
well, because the paradox there is that they need somebody with some sort of metric of success or resume.
Yeah.
To then give it all up and teach.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's a very difficult person to find.
Right. Because it's interesting too. I feel like the students kind of feel that way too. Like, hey, if you were really killing it,
you're starting to cut out again. You were fine for the longest time.
Oh no, maybe, huh? Oh, you know what I could do? Well, no, that won't do it. I could do some makeshift situation here somehow. Maybe I could bring the laptop around. And then I'll just talk up front here. Yeah. This is clever.
Reorganize your whole set.
Yeah. Yeah. Wonder if this will work. This might have a chance. Because I don't really need this part of my screen. Try this and then, all right. Where's Charlie at? Where you at, Charlie girl? Ah, she heard me. Come hang out on the stream. Come on, Charlie girl. Yeah. Okay. All right, now let's try that. See how that works. Does that work at all? Well, we'll see. What are you doing, Charlie girl? Why are you over there? Come hang out with us.
Yeah, Charlie, what the heck?
Yeah, Charlie.
Oh, I can hear myself now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, you shouldn't hear yourself. You should hear yourself on the stream for sure, because you're way better. I was using the speaker to talk to you, and so it had this. It didn't want to deal with a net echo, so it brought it down. But now I'm talking to the laptop, so this should work from the way that I've positioned it. The reason why I couldn't hear you before, or you couldn't hear me rather, I can always hear you. FYI. All right. Check 1 2, and then we got this. Okay, we'll be all right. All right, back to drawing. Now you're breaking up for me.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah. gonna have to throw away this computer. Yeah.
Maybe it is the computer.
The files are in the computer. Charlie, come here. Come hang out up here, Charlie. I got this thing labeled for you. Come dance, monkey, dance. Come on, dance, little monkey. I got a peanut for you. You playing Minecraft? Hey, what's up,
No.
kitten? Discord tells me.
Discord's telling on me.
Yeah. Hey, kitten. Now we got a kitten up here. This is premium kitten, everybody. This is the only time you'll see her outside of the Patreon. Otherwise, you gotta get the Patreon if you want to see kitten uncensored. When I edit,
Kitten's on the Patreon.
mm-hmm. So when she's on the live, I censor her. And if you want to see an uncensored video, you gotta go to the Patreon. That's right. Because the internet doesn't like cats, does it, Key? Does it, little Key?
That's what I've heard, that the internet hates cats.
That's what I heard too. Want me to run your internet site? All right. There we go. How's work been, man?
Work's been really good.
Good.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to the whole tariff situation, but
Really?
Other than that, my company's got a pretty good grasp on what's going on, and we're moving forward confidently on shit. So
That's awesome.
yeah, I'm not worried about anything personally, and I have a lot of high value projects, which is really confidence instilling.
Yeah. Man, that's what's so tough about that industry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it seemed
Yeah,
like
but a lot of people are feeling nervous right now, but I'm feeling pretty confident. I keep getting reassured that I'm one of the furthest people away from the chopping block.
yeah. Or they're not having. Yeah. All right.
So
Yeah, I know that's a sensitive subject. Right, Charlie? Charlie might get cut from the stream if tariff gets too high. I don't even buy her catnip. I was gonna say the price of catnip goes up. No, all your catnip's American made, isn't it? That's American. That's 100% American street kitten. Right, Charlie?
hell yeah.
Charlie's blood bleeds red, white, and blue. Right, Charlie Gill? She's real talkative too. I should mic her up. I want to just put a GoPro on her head. It's just like a helmet with like a fish line with a GoPro that's pointing towards her. She would just her only objective would be to take it off until it was off.
Dude, like I've been hopping on video calls with Joel.
Yeah.
And dude, his cat is so vocal.
Oh, I bet. You talk about Little Man? Yeah, Little Man. Yeah, dude, he's
Little
the
Man.
best. He's the best. Ah! Yeah, and then he walks with this wobble.
Yeah, waddle away.
Yeah. That's so sweet.
Waddles away.
Yeah, he's a little sassy too.
Yeah.
I remember when we had that Fallout party at his place, and I was making the what the heck was it? Whatever that was, the Spam. And he was just like, because Spam is essentially cat food anyway, like minced meat. He was like, no, man. And they were trying to hold him back, and he just wouldn't commit. He was like, for sure, was like, no, this is okay. I'm for sure this is my kind of food. This is mine. Like, I remember he couldn't be reasoned with. Yeah, he was just very like, no, this is mine. No, this is fine. What is wrong with you? This is my food. I'm just going to get my food.
Yeah, I think that cat likes a lot of people food.
Yeah, I think he likes a lot of food in general. Yeah, he's a little fat one. He told me that sometimes Little Man won't like want to hang out, so then he'll just like call Meeks. He'll be like, Meeks, and then Little Man's like, no, I'm right here. No,
I'm right here.
Don't do it. Wait, Charlie. This is what you do when I talk to the internet, huh, Charlie? She gets jealous of the computer.
That's funny.
She's like, no. She does always just want to be touching me. She just put her paw on me. She's got her paw. She's just sitting on my foot.
I brought one of Rufus's dog beds from the garage out.
Yeah.
I just threw it in my shop.
Yeah.
And it's been awesome. He'll come hang out down here now.
Oh, that's good. Oh, did he stop hanging out?
There's a period of time where I didn't want to hang out here once I got rid of the couch.
Oh,
Like,
I
brought the
bet.
couch up.
Yeah. He loved that couch, man. He was probably like, what the heck? What am I supposed to do down here?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That couch was solid. I told you I got the idea for the couch with film editors or like directors.
Yeah.
Because they always have people sit in on editing. So I was
Yeah,
just
we
kind
had
of,
the spare couch, which was awesome for the space at the time.
yeah. Where did that couch go?
Well, our couch had to get moved out. Like our upstairs couch, we had to put it in the garage for the showings. So it's now the living room couch again.
So you have the living room couch is in the garage?
Yeah, it's in the garage now.
Why? Because you just didn't think it was a good couch anymore?
No, it was too big. It filled out the space.
Oh,
And
I see.
You're supposed to, when you have a tiny house, you're supposed to replace all your furniture with tiny furniture,
Yeah.
so the house looks bigger.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yep, it worked.
That's what I should do in my apartment. Well, I guess my furniture's not that big. Right, Charlie? Go sit on the small
You don't have
furniture.
crazy big furniture.
No, I don't. Charlie, go sit on the furniture. It was the weirdest thing in the world when Sam was sitting on my furniture.
Sorry, say that again?
I said it was
You're
the...
starting to cut out.
Oh, I said it was the weirdest thing in the world when Sam was sitting on my furniture. I was like, this is strange.
Oh, you're totally breaking up now.
Oh, I wonder what that's about. Yeah, let me enter. Check, check, check. Check 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Can you hear me?
I can,
Okay.
for now.
Yeah. Well, you know how it goes. Hey, Charlie.
Yeah.
Charlie, go sit on the furniture so it gets used. I hate when the furniture's not being
There we
used. Hate when it's not. I hate when it's unused. Charlie, go use the furniture. Don't waste it.
Don't waste it.
That'd be kind of a funny character who just sits on his furniture because he doesn't want to waste it or something like that.
Yeah.
Like something. I don't remember. I had a joke not too long that was like that. Oh man, I can't remember. I've been saving most of my jokes. As soon as I have them, I just spit them on the recorder, and then I move on.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good way to go.
I watched a reel recently, and it was they were talking about like rent in New York, and they're like, rent in New York is so expensive that I stand in the corners of my house that I don't normally use because I'm paying like $300 a month for it.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
So I might as well use it.
Yeah. You know, I had the thought recently, like, should I go to New York? And I was just like, no.
I went to New York for Toy Fair,
Yeah.
right? At, like Manhattan,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like, man, I hate this. This is a horrible experience.
Do you like the city of Chicago?
Yeah, like I'm fine being in Chicago. I love Milwaukee, right? Milwaukee's the size city I would do well in.
Okay.
But, like Chicago's fine. I could spend a lot of time. I could live in Chicago for a while. But
Yeah.
like, oh, dude, I could not live in New York. It's just it's a miserable experience. It's dirty. There's
Yeah, I heard they have
way
because
too
the
much
trash
traffic.
is on the street.
Oh, it's so bad. It's just a city that kept getting bigger. you
Right.
know?
Well, Chicago got its cleanse, from the fire, and then they
Chicago burnt down, and they were able to take a second look at it.
yeah, exactly, and they decided to put alleyways everywhere, and it was brilliant.
Yep.
Most of the great parts of Chicago. You know what's interesting? Chicago actually had its first growth year, population-wise, since the pandemic, I think.
Really?
Yeah, so Chicago's growing again. I think it's a super underrated city. That's what I think. I mean, I'm gonna go check out New York. I'm gonna think about relocating after my
Yeah.
contract's up. But I don't know. I like the idea of going somewhere where the weather's nice. I just like being outside.
Yeah.
You know, the weather.
Let me tell you, there was significantly less depression in warmer weather.
I just think that us people who live in these like really tough environments, we do good work because that's all there is to do. You know, is
Yes.
just sit down and do your work. Like that's why a lot of great stuff comes out of the Midwest.
Oh yeah.
You know, oh yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
also, like, think about how miserable the Russians, or the Soviets were, rather, not the Russians, but the Soviets and the kind of accomplishments they had. You know, from what I understand about rockets, SpaceX is the only one developing rockets now, like, moving the baton. But they swear by it. They said that, like, literally, it was the Soviets, their work from the 50s and the 60s was just far and away more advanced than anything here.
Really?
So they did really great work. I think maybe it was just Chernobyl. Chernobyl was probably just so traumatic for the civilization, it just demoralized it. It's like the fall of the Roman Empire, the Holy Roman Empire, if you will. Like, I don't know if those are two different things, but I know it has a lot to do with, like, Rome got ransacked by savages, and then it just slowly started to fade away. Like the greatness of Rome, it being untouchable, just psychologically started to wear away.
Yeah, maybe.
No, I mean that's what they're saying.
Oh,
That's
I
like
thought that was your own analysis. I'm like, yeah, it's a good analysis.
Yeah, no, I can't take credit for that. I came up with that. I came up with Rome.
No, I mean comparing Rome and Chernobyl.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's definitely me. I did correlate those two, because I think Chernobyl. Yeah, apparently, have you ever seen the docu? It's not a docuseries. The docudrama Chernobyl.
No, I stopped. I tried to stop watching any media that would make me like remotely sad, like probably a year and a half ago.
Okay. Wow, that's a really good idea. Whoa.
Yeah.
Remotely sad.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anything that's like about like a tragedy, war, you know, like thrillers, you know, it's stuff like that. Like I kind of just avoid it all now.
Wow.
Like I just felt that I wasn't in like the mental state to handle it.
Yeah.
And maybe I'll start watching that type of stuff again. But like,
I really hope you do.
I noticed I was watching a lot of it. Like I was consuming a lot of that type of content, and I wasn't happy. Like I wasn't enjoying it. You know.
Yeah, I got something real bad right now that I got to get over, which is I really like watching interrogation videos of people who've done horrendous things.
Oh, jeez.
Like getting caught. I listen to it in the background.
You're just watching horrible. You're just listening to horrible.
Yeah,
like,
I try not to
humanity.
watch it. It's a passive thing. It's a subcon. So I used to watch them, but then I realized that wasn't great to give my whole focus. Also, it's just not, effective time management. So I do it in the background, and I find it like I don't know if something in my brain for whatever reason, like I don't know why I really like listening to these people getting caught. I don't know, but I gotta stop. It just can't be good.
My version of that is I watch like financial audits.
What?
Because it's a really low stakes version of that. Like you fucked up and spent all your money, and they're like, no, what do I do?
Oh, like the gurus who are like, you're so dumb. Why did you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys like Dave Ramsey, and then there's like the young guy.
No, I can't do Ramsey. Ramsey is unbearable for me.
Yeah, he's tough. Let me tell you something. All right, hold on.
No,
Lose the card.
It's not that he's bad. It's just that it's just not my generation. You know?
Yeah, well, it's clear it's snake oil. You just want to make this. You want your generation's snake oil to go down smoother.
Yes, I want my snake oil. Like that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what I have that's like that. I don't really care for that stuff because I really, really like money, and sometimes they say really simple things, and I'm like, oh, this isn't for me. What do I like? I like. Oh yeah, I know what I like. What I just said, and I gotta get over that. I was listening to true crime. Yeah, I don't know what it was. True crime got popular around the pandemic, and then I was dating this girl that would listen to true crime, but it wasn't like any more than anyone else. It was just like chicks were listening to true crime. And I started
Yeah.
getting into it, and I totally understood why people liked it. I like it because there are horrific things that happen, but the people who administer the information are generally very gentle with it. And that those
Yeah.
two things at once seem like almost like this, like you can listen to a scary story, but you know what's really scary? A true story. You know? So I guess that's kind of how it does for me.
I get that.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've been into those since 2020. Yeah, and it's been getting worse. I like some of the ones where they don't ask for lawyers. That's really what I learned from them. Just ask for a lawyer. If you're involved in a murder investigation and the detective starts telling you you're a good guy, you're in trouble. You got to stop talking to the detective immediately.
Yeah.
Because whenever they know that
sounds dangerous.
yeah, because
Hey,
they
you're a good guy.
yeah, like, hey, I just want to say I don't think you're definitely not a monster. And we just want to get the truth. We want to know what happened so that we can tell people, you know, outside of that door, you know, that James is not a monster. He's a good guy. He grew up, and they'll just say whatever they have to say to get you to confess and to, you know,
Yeah.
you don't realize you're confessing though. You think some of these guys are so dumb they think they're talking to their friends. It's bizarre sometimes.
No.
Yeah, but that's the best opportunity
I
for
mean, that's
guys like
how
that.
Dahmer was caught, right?
Dahmer was caught because a guy got away. No, you know, there was a guy who got away and the cops returned him to Dahmer. He was like 14 years old. And then I think a guy ran out.
Whoa.
Let's look it up. I think a guy ran out, got away, and then brought the cops back, and Dahmer just had a bunch of just people's heads in his freezer and stuff like that. So he was caught. He was caught red-handed.
He became like friends with the investigator, and I cannot remember who it was.
Sounds like the movie The Departed.
I don't know.
That the guy he was promoted to find the mole, and he was the mole. So he was
Whoa.
hired to find himself. You ever seen The Departed?
That's cool. No, I haven't.
Oh, it's a good one.
I don't watch much. I don't watch much.
Yeah, that's a good one. That would be one to like, hey, I'm watching a movie kind of movie. That's a Martin Scorsese movie. He's a master. So it's always worth giving your undivided attention to a guy like that. There's not a ton of movies like that.
Yeah, when it's worth it, I like taking the time.
Yeah, Scorsese's worth it. He scrutinizes every single shot. Most movies are a series of shots to cover the scene. But when you do master filmmaking, every single shot has a creative decision to it. And so you can watch the movie on many different levels. You can watch it on a superficial level where you're like, oh, that chick's hot. These are cool scenes. Cool, like he'll have these really big elaborate scenes. But if you really want to get in really deep and about every single cut, like he's got a theory behind what he's doing. So if you really want to geek out like that, so yeah, he might be, I don't know. I want the best filmmakers alive or all time. Well, should I do? Yeah, I guess all time. There's not that many movies out there. Let's see. I'm gonna make a list. Let's see. I would say Tarantino. Tarantino's like he's kind of like Shakespeare. He likes gore and he's got his own language. He's not Shakespeare, but he's like similar style.
Yeah.
Then I would say
Shakespeare-esque.
Scorsese. Oh my god, I'm gonna butcher these guys' the spelling of their name. Scorsese. Did I say it? Did you just laugh? What was that?
Sorry, I'm super sick. I've been coughing.
Oh, okay. Man,
Much less fun.
than laughing.
Yes.
Yeah. Scorsese's. Oh, interesting. I guess I never really knew his name. Scorsese's. So Italian. Then I would say Kubrick.
Scorsese.
And then also the guy, I think his name's Kurosawa. The Japanese guy, Seven Samurai. Who's that?
Oh, I have no clue.
Yeah, Akira Kurosawa.
Akira Kurosawa.
Yeah, he's like from the 50s. So he's on there. I'm making a list on my tablet. Kurosawa, not
Nice.
Kiramawa. Kurosawa. Who else would we put? Anybody's welcome to add to this. Kurosawa, say Tarantino, Scorsese, Kubrick, Kurosawa. I think Miyazaki should be on that list too,
I was just about that was going to be my only contribution.
because Miyazaki is so underrated. I'm surprised how many people
Oh, yeah.
don't know about Miyazaki. He should be way more famous than he is, and he's pretty famous.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's on my list.
I just got Becca to start watching those movies. She's really enjoying them.
Oh yeah, they're so good. Those are another one. Those are honestly ones where you can like just, I don't know. They're a little atmospheric. They're not quite, because in movies you can get a little more of like shot theory. But yeah, the worlds that he creates. Like there was one I was watching. I think it was Kiki's Delivery Service, or no, it was Spirited Away. And there was that guy who had like 8 arms and legs, and he had these little like dust mites that were doing work for him. And it's so
Suit
elaborate. Huh?
The suit sprites.
Yeah. And she like helped the soup sprites, and then they were like, "Hey, you do my job." And he's like, "No, don't do the work for them. Then they won't do anything." It's just like,
Yep.
to even think of that is so genius, man. He actually does, the reason why I'm doing the graphic novel the way I'm doing it is inspired by Miyazaki, which is that he
Really?
he has a core to it, and then he keeps kind of editing it and adding to it as he's making it. So they don't have a finished script by the time they start animating. They just have a core idea.
Oh wow.
And then he looks at the animation and decides where he's going to go based on what they've been able to accomplish. And so a lot of his stuff is improvised. It's called, actually, I learned in theater, there's a term for that in theater development, which is called like automism or something like that. And I had no idea that was a thing. And I was like, oh, I do this. I do just generate things not randomly, but like through subconscious.
Through process. Yeah.
That subconscious process. Tarantino, Scorsese, Kubrick, Kurosawa, Miyazaki. Who else we got on there? I would say P.T. Anderson. I really like him. Chris Nolan. Then who am I missing? I don't like Spike Lee. I like Spike Jonze more than Spike Lee. Kitty, stop sitting on my foot. Spike Lee and Spike Jonze. You've probably seen some of their stuff. So they got Sofia Coppola. No, I'm good. Oh, James Cameron, right? He needs, I don't know. David Fincher is really good. James Cameron obviously is really good, but he's like a different. I mean, The Matrix is really good, but I don't think those directors are all time. Tim Burton's up there, but he's kind of like a style and a brand. I don't like David Lynch. I really don't. I don't hate him. I like Wes Anderson, but I don't think he makes all-time list. I don't like Woody Allen. His stuff is boring. And
Is it honorable mention?
who's that?
I don't know. Just you're like, I like him, but he doesn't make the list. Honorable mention.
Oh yeah. Wes Anderson.
I just judged a high school art show that gave out 30 honorable mentions.
Oh wow.
And holy shit, is that a freaking process?
Oh, I bet. I put the Coen brothers on here. Is this a top 10 list? 1, 2,
It could
3,
be.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You should power rank them. Like, do like A tier, S tier, you know?
Oh yeah, sure. S tier, A tier. Is there a B tier?
Yeah.
Was it A, S, A, B, C, D?
It's it's S, A, B, C, D, F.
Okay. So, Quentin Tarantino is great. Very prolific. Super talented. I think he easily goes into A tier. A tier. Martin Scorsese, maybe the greatest of all time. He really isn't like anyone else, and his movies are basically timeless. But because he kind of just sticks to one genre, I would say that he stops him from being S tier, and I think he stays in A tier as well. Kubrick, I believe, is S tier. I think he's the greatest filmmaker probably of all time. Kurosawa, I think also is S tier. Because he came around in the 50s and pretty much everyone's been jacking. No, there's a guy, Sergio Leone or something like that, the spaghetti western. What's his name?
Yeah.
Sergio. He's not on here. Yeah.
I just love the term spaghetti western.
Yeah. It's like fistful of dollars. I mean, that kind of stuff. I guess he could be on here. I'm going to put him on here just to make the list more interesting. Sergio Leone. Oh, this video is going to come back and bite me in the ass.
See, now what you should do is you should have the Conformity Farm Nation submit all the directors they know.
Oh,
right? And then you power rank the whole list.
Oh yeah. That's not a bad idea. Just gotta get a nation first. So we got the Coen brothers. Let's put Wes Anderson on here too. Wes Anderson, and then you gotta put who's the silhouette guy?
Wes Anderson, is that Fantastic Mr. Fox?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's put
Fantastic
David Lynch to make it more interesting. You know what? Actually, I'm about to bring this to a whole new video, or not whole video, but like a whole new layer. I should have thought this out a little. Guillermo del Toro, thank you. Thank you, Gray Fox. Yeah, Guillermo needs some love. All right, let's see what we got here. Guillermo. He's cool, man. He told this story about, he did this, the first movie I saw his was Pan's Labyrinth. It's actually the first movie I ever went to go see in the theaters where I read the subtitles. Because I loved the art direction so much. It's the movie where in the dream there's the character where the eyeballs are in the palms.
I only know, okay, so this is weird. So I've never seen Pan's Labyrinth, which is crazy because I sat next to one of the biggest Pan's Labyrinth fans on the universe, for 4 years.
Yeah.
At one of my last jobs, and but I only know of that scene you're talking about because a friend of mine in college, we had a project where we had to draw pairs of glasses because I went to design school.
Yeah.
And she drew a pair of glasses for that character.
Oh wow.
With the
That's
eyeballs
interesting.
on the hands. It was hilarious.
Yeah. So there's a really interesting story about that. Guillermo del Toro, from what I understand, I think he's from Mexico. And not from particular wealth or anything. He was very committed to being a film director and was able to work his way up the ranks and eventually was able to fund this small film for Pan's Labyrinth, and he was able to make it in the United States. But he has a pretty thick accent. Still has a relatively thick accent, but he can speak the language. So he basically admitted that, and this is, you actually have worked with some filmmaker guys, and sometimes they can be kind of judgmental and difficult, and people use the term pretentious. I think they mean well when they're saying pretentious, but it's not quite pretentious. It's something else, because they don't think they're pretending. But there is just this air about filmmaking when people kind of smell that they don't think that you're up to snuff. The blue collar element comes through, and they're not that nice to you. Actually, George Lucas had to deal with this in England while shooting principal photography of Star Wars. So they don't see any of the special effects. All the special effects are being done in California, and George Lucas is not a very dynamic speaker. And so he wasn't really explaining to people what it was, because you really don't have to. There's a shot list for getting these shots. And so they see this stuff like with Darth Vader. They don't hear James Earl Jones. They hear a British guy going, "Go get the girl as soon as possible." And then instead of hearing Chewbacca's voice, it's like just a guy talking, and it's like a big dog. And it just looks
Yeah.
dumb because like they'd never seen like a composite movie, high effects movie like this. So they're seeing these like just jumping through these doorways. So basically everyone except for the art department loved what they were doing because they had a better idea of what was happening. But the gritty like G&E gaffers, grip, like people who are doing the real physical labor thought it was really dumb.
Like,
And
the
he
fuck are we doing?
yeah, basically. And so in order to get overtime in England, the crew had to vote. And every single day, George Lucas tried to get overtime, and every single day they voted it down unanimously, except for the art department. So he had a really, if you look at the first Star Wars, they are doing the bare minimum on shots when it comes to the practical photography of the actors. You're kind of overwhelmed with the effect shots, which are actually kind of really heavy compositing. And he said basically his trick was he never thought that people would be able to have the movie at home. You know, it's 1977. So his thought was, we're going to put these shots together. They're going to go by so fast, no one will be able to see how bad they are, you know, because that we're shooting this in a studio. This is just a painting, you know, or whatever. And that's, I think, one of the reasons why he remastered the movie. It's probably because he just saw that everyone had it at home and people were rewatching it. He's like, oh, this needs to get fixed. But the thing is, people don't see the same movie as him. Anyway, I digress. My point is, Guillermo del Toro, while working on Pan's Labyrinth, had these ideas, and he was dealing with something very similar. He had a very thick accent. People were not working with him. And on that scene, that iconic scene where you have the monster with the eyes, his general idea was to have the eyes really pop. And he wanted the face to not really have a lot of detail to it. So things are going rough. And he's constantly firing people because they're not really committed to the project. He's really trying to just kind of get his crew on board. He just said they just wouldn't work for him. And he said they got to a certain medium, right? And he's still kind of like cracking the whip. You know, he's trying to get his work done right. And the big day for shooting this scene comes, and there's this mask that they put on that character, and it's a really super detailed old man's face. And he was like, that's not what I wanted. And the art department, for the first time, like, you got to realize, like, these people were not agreeing with him at all. Like, they were fighting with him the whole time. And they were like, we basically this is what we put the most work into, is this mask. Like, this is the pride and joy of the art department, you know, the effects team.
Yeah.
And he was like, I don't care. Take it off. And he said it just destroyed the morale of the crew. And that was very hard for him to go through. But he got that scene, that iconic scene, and he was basically explaining like how hard it was for him to get his vision. And so after I heard that story and the fact that he was able to highlight that story, I mean, I don't know, I just kind of always resonated with me, like kind of explaining. He would talk about like working in construction, and he was laying asphalt, and the whole time while he's like they're laying roads, you know. And he's like, while he's doing it on these hot days in Mexico, he's thinking like, I'm saving this. If I don't buy this, then I have just a little bit more. And it was just to save money to like do his first independent film. He was just talking about like how the years went by, and he was just trying to get a little bit of money. Yeah, he was just talking about how difficult his path was, and it was just, it resonated with me.
It makes telling off that art department much easier.
Yeah, that's true. As opposed to just you want to be liked. Because it's so true. He pointed out like he could have really leveled out the social dynamic, you know, like I think he really would have won over the crew, but he just cared more about
the movie.
Yeah, the movie, and it worked out. I like the Angel of Death from Hellboy.
It was everything, you know.
Yeah, and you could totally see how like a group think could do that. You know what I mean? Where they're
group think destroys so much. You can't get more than a couple of people in a room before ideas start getting really smoothed over.
That's why now I understand. I used to care about like always dealing with A players, but unless you got like the money to buy people out, you know what I mean, and you have to put a team together, an equitable team, you actually sometimes have to let people who maybe otherwise wouldn't be in the room. No, let me say this better. They're in the room for different reasons. They may not be an overall A player in business, but they're an A player in some area, and we need them.
Yeah.
So we're going to figure out how to make this work. As opposed to bringing a bunch of like sharks in a room and letting them eat each other up, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like a new thought.
No,
That's very new for
that's
me.
that's a great new thought because I like you see some of the people I work with
Right.
creatively, and
Yeah.
like when we're all in a room together, a lot of the time we're working together, but we have the same skill sets, so we start competing with each other's skill sets as opposed to being the specialist and moving forward with a singular vision.
Yeah. And it's hard.
So,
Well, yeah. Yeah. That's got to be how good companies start. You just have these, like, maybe it's like 3 people and they all complement each other well enough where they're like, there's no overlap yet.
I think a lot of it comes from strong leadership. I think it's hard to find equal partners that do that. For me at least, and I might just be too pig-headed, but
What does that
to
mean?
like be able to think about it different. Pig-headed, like stuck in my way.
Oh, yeah.
It's
Well, the fact that you acknowledge that. I don't have an opinion, by the way. All right, back to my list. S tier, I got Kubrick, Kurosawa. I think Miyazaki is S tier as well. Paul
Really?
Thomas Anderson, I think is he made my favorite movie, There Will Be Blood. I love a lot of the stuff he does, but sometimes he's hit or miss. I actually think he might fall to B tier, and I think at any given time he could be an A tier. Christopher Nolan, same thing. I think he's B tier on this list. The Coen brothers. Ooh! The Coen brothers. I'm going to say the same thing. I think they're B tier. I'm starting to think that maybe Tarantino should be B tier. I'm just going to work this list out a little bit. Sergio Leone. I think he might be B, C. I'm going to put him in C tier. He maybe should be A or B tier. Let's put him on B tier. Wes Anderson. Wes is definitely B tier as well. I mean, these are all heavy hitters, let's be honest. Guillermo del Toro. I'm going to put him at C tier. I love Pan's Labyrinth, but he did drop out of The Lord of the Rings, which actually, you know what, honestly, I'm putting him on D tier because he dropped out of Lord of the Rings and put Peter Jackson in a tough spot. I think it was because they didn't get the budget that he wanted, or it might be that Guillermo del Toro is hard to work with. It might be a possibility. You know what I mean? I really like his story to get the work done, but it's almost like the Tesla versus Edison argument. Tesla is by far the superior intellect, but Edison, his output is way more impressive. You know?
also Tesla was a freak.
What do you mean, like in the sheets?
No, like he used to like fuck his pet bird.
No. Come on now.
Dude, look into it.
No, he was in love with a pigeon, and it was speculated
He
that
married
perhaps
the pigeon.
yeah, essentially. Well, he had a relationship with the pigeon, but I don't know that he was actually having sex with the pigeon. All right, I'm putting David Lynch at F
Heavily
tier.
implied.
You know what? David Lynch is probably D tier and C tier, somewhere in there. D tier. Actually, what am I doing? Let's put these boys up at C tier. I'm also going to put Alfred Hitchcock at C tier. I don't think anybody on this list is D or F tier.
I love some Alfred Hitchcock.
Yeah, he's really good, man. He did great work.
I watched a lot of his stuff when I was homeschooled.
I'm going to actually bring Tarantino down to B tier. And I think actually the Coen brothers maybe deserve A tier. Ooh, it's just so hard. It's so hard because P.T. Anderson did some great stuff. Christopher Nolan's done some great stuff. You know who deserves to be talked about and who doesn't get talked about enough? I'm just going to say it. M. Night.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah. He got railroaded with the publicity.
Dude, I cannot believe what he did to the Avatar movie.
Is it not good?
If you want your opinion to be lowered of him, watch that movie.
It's like that.
It will dramatically lower your opinion of him.
It's really funny.
It's why he had to start his own studio.
Well,
Because nobody would fund any of his work anymore.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
actually.
Well, they wouldn't. It's more like this. He only wants to work on the stuff he wants to work on, and they don't want to do that, so he has to fund his own stuff. Like everyone has to deal with that though. Like Scorsese, as big a deal as he is, he doesn't get to pick the movies he wants. Like he did that movie, what was it, like Hugo or something like that? It was like some sort of deal to get another movie made. So like oftentimes the movie he wants to get made, oftentimes the movies he wants to get made don't actually get traction. I think he's constantly split. I think the business is that you're constantly spinning plates. That's the reason why I was so inspired by working in the toy industry, because I think that what a lot of people make a mistake of is they fall in love with one idea and they make it their entire magnum opus, and then they go into a room, even though their idea is brilliant, and they go and deal, and they don't know that Hasbro's not going to put out anything that doesn't have a try-me and is bigger than 10 cubic inches, or whatever. And they don't have that information. They just get rejected, And so, or not even, that's actually not even the best example. Almost just like your idea might be good, but we already have a cowboy movie, or we're not doing this kind of stuff, whatever. Yeah. And so I think, like I said, you got to have a lot of stuff going at once, and then something might pick up traction. Maybe a famous person likes it, or a studio gets interested or whatever, or maybe you can do it on your own. When you don't have that momentum in your career, you just have to take care of it yourself first to basically jumpstart it. It's like jumpstarting a car that you can't turn off because then it'll stall out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. Dude, a lot of the kids in my high school play Minecraft.
Everybody plays Minecraft.
Well, be careful. Some people don't.
Huh?
I think a lot of people are playing, way more people are playing Roblox than I realize. I do.
Yes, Roblox has a bigger concurrent user base than Minecraft.
I think that Roblox, however, I need to get on. Yeah, I need to look. Ooey Bowl. Ooey Bowl is F tier. Yeah, good call. Ooey Bowl. I'll give Ooey Bowl credit. So Ooey Bowl is this horror filmmaker where people would tell him all the time, please stop making movies. They would have petitions of like a petition so that Ooey Bowl never makes a movie again. And so he actually said, so he challenged these people to a fight. Said, if you show up at this place and put on the gloves, I'll fight you and you can fight me. And so he did this and people showed up and he beat the shit out of like tons of fucking like internet trolls. Yeah. He's like a German guy.
I think that alone puts him
Well, that's what I was saying. That's the redeeming quality. The time Ooey Bowl challenges critics to box them all out. Yeah. Oh my God. Should we put that on the stream? Should we watch that? So part of sharing a video on stream is what YouTube wants you to do. YouTube wants you to make it your own thing, is the theory. And so what they want you to do is they want you to pause it and have a lot of commentary. So when you see people reacting to videos and they do it that way, that's the reason why. If they didn't do that, then they would get flagged. Ooey Bowl boxing, yeah. Jamie, pull that up. Charlie, pull it up. Yeah, where's that thing where he was boxing people? Did I spell that wrong? Ooey Bowl? Is it bull or ball? Yeah, it's Ooey Ball. Ball.
You'd be my reference on this, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he beat them all up, right? So then here's one. Yeah. This is a series of fights. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm gonna put this on the stream. Let's party a little bit. These videos were uploaded 18 years ago.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say there's no way that's from this decade.
No, that's not. That would be front page news for sure. All over the internet. Well, what's interesting? The media cycle nowadays is like 48 hours. Like literally the Pope becoming, the Pope being from Chicago was irrelevant in like a day.
Not around. I mean, I keep seeing it on like Instagram and shit.
Oh, do you? It already ran its course with me.
Well, because like I like a lot of Midwest shit where it's like like deep dish pizza or like Midwestern jokes and things.
Yeah.
And now like comedians, like the Midwestern comedians, like cannot let go of the Pope is from Chicago.
I know that is wild though. I do love it. You know what's kind of
There's
interesting?
footage of him at like Sox games.
Oh yeah, there's one with him with like gang members, like,
Really?
and people are like, that's got to be photoshopped, and I was like, I don't think it is. Oh no, they're not gang members. It's actually I shouldn't have said it like that. Just people you wouldn't expect the Pope to be with. What is this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's just watch the fight. I don't want to see the whole story. So this is Uwe Boll. He's a filmmaker. He makes horror films. He's a German guy. They're very stylized. How did Shane Gillis pop up? What the heck? So if I press this video right here, it'll take me to Shane Gillis. What is this, like click farming? Oh, Shane Gillis. Dude, don't do that. Legendary director Uwe Boll. Yeah, dude, this is back when like they just got video cameras. So he probably wasn't able to put this. I bet he recorded this and did it, but no one covered it. And then there's all this footage and now it's online. Because this would have been newsworthy. Look at he's just, dude, because it's funny because the internet trolls are just wimps. So he's just beating and then you know what? James, he's not taking breaks between these fights. He's just fighting these people one after another.
From one to the next.
Yeah, and he's just throwing haymakers at them and they're tapping out.
That's amazing.
I have proven that my movies are fantastic.
I love him. Hell, I think they may even get him C tier at this point.
What do you think, Charlie girl? Hey, Charlie girl. Ain't it cool news? Oh, these guys have such punchable faces.
That probably makes it really easy too.
Yeah. They're just internet trolls. They were just like, I'll fight this guy.
Oh my gosh.
He's gonna get beat up for a free trip to Vancouver. That guy's eyes are dead. That guy is not with it. Oh my god. Oh shoot.
Am I up to date? Because I'm not.
Oh no, you know what? I didn't transition. Sorry guys. I'm an idiot.
I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
No, dang it.
There you go.
All right, now we're watching it. Sorry, guys. I'm a terrible stream host. Right, kitten? No, kitten. Go hang out on the cat tree. I don't want you in the lap.
We'll use the furniture.
Yeah, use the furniture. I just hate that no one's using the toaster. I gotta go. I got a toaster. I'm losing money on this toaster.
I gotta go toast some bread.
Yeah. I gotta go. I can't. I'm losing money on this toaster. I got it for Christmas. My grandma just gives me this chore. Trained for 3 months. I mean, he looks like a hardcore guy, man. He doesn't look like a pushover. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be worried about it. I'd fight him. I think I could kick his ass. But I don't think I'm an easy get.
Yeah, but if he's the 15th guy, you know, you might struggle a little bit.
That's true.
Oh, never mind. That's him.
Yeah, well, the troll's the one in the red.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, I don't know.
Uwe Boll is just...
He's got angry German dude energy.
Yeah, dude. It's probably taking a little bit of some Adderall. I love that line. Since he beat you in a fight, that means his movies are fantastic.
Soon, the next 4 contenders were announced and flown to Vancouver, Canada for the event. These men were Lotax, the webmaster and CEO of SomethingAwful.com.
That's what I was saying. Look at these guys. This guy's eyes. Where's that?
joking or not, remains unknown. Soon, the next 4 contenders were announced and flown to Vancouver, Canada for the event. These men were...
He literally paid for their way. Like, if people wrapping their
That's
mind around that,
amazing.
he's paying for them to go to this. I mean,
To get the shit kicked out of him.
look at this guy. This guy literally says, I don't even care. I just came for the free trip to Vancouver. Look, I mean, no offense to this guy, but this guy looks like he's got nothing behind those eyes. Like, he's just, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Lotax, the webmaster and CEO of SomethingAwful.com, Jeff Schneider,
Oh, my God.
film critic,
Jeff.
and
Look at that guy. I know, he kind of reminds me.
me.
Yeah, dude, he's got a very punchable face. Oh, my God.
Cool News, Chris Alexander, writer.
Look at these guys.
And Chance Minter, a 17-year-old who arrived to the event with a supportive mother. He also had 6 months of boxing training, which made him Bull's most formidable opponent for the night.
Oh, wow.
The requirements for the event were limited to challengers who were Bull's worst critics. Those requirements weren't kept. Schneider and Minter hadn't reviewed or even seen any of Bull's films. Additionally,
That's funny.
only wrote his review after receiving his invitation. Similar to Oso, Lotax took the event about as seriously as Chuck E. Cheese.
I did not come to kick ass. I came here for the free trip to Vancouver.
I came for the free trip to Vancouver. Oh, my God, dude.
I haven't seen any of his movies, but I heard that they're pretty. They're not good.
That's wild.
I haven't seen them, but I heard that they're bad. I heard he's terrible. Somethingawful.com.
Like,
I mean, I wonder if is that still up? Somethingawful.com.
I like that's the thing. Like,
Yeah.
What I don't think people realize that like a fist fight isn't like, it's not like something like a fist fight is a potentially deadly event.
Oh, absolutely. You're absolutely right about that. Or even a street
like,
fight, man. A street fight, you punch somebody and then they hit their head on the concrete. I mean, that happens. And now you're dealing with... Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
You get into a boxing ring, it's your life on the line. It's not like, it's this whatever fight. Like,
and if
you're
you
putting your life against theirs.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. And then I think if you focus on it anything less than that, then you're really not in the right headspace, and you shouldn't be in that arena.
You shouldn't be in that fight. No, exactly.
No, I haven't seen any of his movies, but I heard that they're pretty. They're not good.
I haven't seen any of his movies, but I heard that they're plenty not good. Actually, so Something Awful, forums.somethingawful looks like it's actually still a functioning website. So it's kind of interesting. I actually might look into this. I don't really know what it is. Post y'all favorite Mason derail line. Wait, what? Is this like a Schadenfreude cyclist? This is a super old school website. All right.
So does this director have any like boxing experience, or was he just like, I'll just kick the shit out of you?
Yeah, I think he's just is like, I'm gonna kick the shit out of you. I think he was just like, was listening to all this hate that was coming up on the internet, and you got to think this is like kind of newer internet stuff. Yeah, and I think he was just right. He was like, these people who are talking on the internet are pussies. I think basically. Yeah.
It's kind of amazing.
Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at this guy.
Like,
I haven't seen anything like it.
Yes, Chuck E. Cheese.
I did not come to kick ass. I came
So-
here for.
I did not come to kick ass.
What if he runs into a situation where like somebody like me shows up? You know what I mean?
This guy or Uwe Boll?
Uwe Boll.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Do you got hands? Can you land some punches?
I mean, I've been in street fights.
He actually does have boxing. Who does? Uwe Boll has boxing experience?
I mean, he does now. He just kicked the shit out of like 15 people.
Yeah. But prior to the fight.
The free trip to Vancouver.
Yeah, I think you'd be a tough opponent for him. He's 6'1".
I heard that they're.
He's what?
I haven't seen any of his movies. I just heard they're pretty bad. That honestly, that basically
Gynecology?
fucking that basically sums up the opinion of most people in pop culture. I actually don't know, or anybody in politics, or any fucking ideas nowadays. Even though this is before the iPhone, this happened in 2006, so it's a year before the iPhone. And I wouldn't say the iPhone really took over until like 2011, 13. Uwe Boll has had prior boxing experience. Oh, okay. Well, that's a big deal. I'll tell you what. I have experience.
That is a big deal.
Yeah,
that is huge.
I have. Yeah, when you're dealing with someone who's on level 2 or 3, level 0 is universe away.
Yeah.
Before their fight, Lotax could be seen waving tiny American flags around and accusing the Canadian crowd of harboring a known terrorist. By terrorist,
Damn.
he meant Uwe Boll, who still lives in Vancouver to this day.
Oh, I thought he was
Lotax began
German.
the fight by mocking Boll with exaggerated footwork. In response, the director let him dance around for about 15 seconds before dealing a swift punch to the side of the web developer. Once he was back up, Boll hit him again with a left to the body and a wallop to the head, sending Lotax back.
That guy didn't even throw a punch.
Boll's punches caught Lotax off
You should
guard.
turn the video volume down on the.
Oh, is it
the
too
video.
loud?
It's a bit loud.
Oh, sorry about that. Let's try
Funny.
this. Oh,
Jeez, that was nuts. What are his stats? How big is he? Uwe Boll.
I don't know. How big is Uwe Boll?
Minutes in total. During his post-fight interview, Lotax had this to say.
I had no opinion about him. Never really wrote anything negative about him. And sometimes I actually defended him because people talk about how much he sucks. I said, listen.
That's respectful. But you know what? That happens after you get into a fight with someone.
What? You respect them?
Yeah, I mean, you really do. Honestly, if you have a full-on fight with someone, like that's kind of a male thing. If you get it out in a fight, you're just kind of like, okay, we're good now. Uwe Boll's 5'8".
Oh yeah. See now, there's a thing about like
Jeff Snyder. I want to see him get his head kicked in.
The characters are
Like-
poorly written. He has no eye for detail. Like I said,
If you're significantly
He has
bigger
no
than
eye
somebody,
for
like,
detail.
fighting experience doesn't matter as much.
a full movie, but I don't really think that I need to have even seen a full movie to judge it.
Next up was
Wow, 22. He's 5'8", 170-pound journalist for Ain't It Cool News. There's no way that's still around.
Jeff Schneider, who worked for
I'm fucking making a bet right now. There's no way that exists anymore.
For Harry Knowles, the website CEO, a man who Boll particularly hated. But Harry didn't attend the event due to him not meeting the agreed-upon weight limit. So Schneider was surprised, even though he had never reviewed or
What, he wasn't heavy
seen
enough?
a single Uwe Boll
Well, the other guy was too heavy.
told Wired.com that,
Oh,
"I'm
that
the highest profile target, so I
that
hope he goes
satisfies
easy."
the question I had.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, what if somebody like me
Consider
shows
myself
up?
fairly good.
You know?
Well, you think that guy seemed pretty big?
Don't wanna ruin him.
Well, yeah, there might be a weight limit that
There's
way.
got to be a weight limit. 'cause,
Well,
like,
yeah, clearly there's.
and
Hits,
But I don't think the weight limit. That guy looked like he was over 300 pounds.
Wise
Yeah, but
managed
I'm
to
like,
hold his own against
dude,
him.
I'm like close to 270. You know?
Oh yeah, you definitely wouldn't. I bet it's over 250 is too big. Honestly, maybe
Yeah.
220 is probably too big. That's a lot of weight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I could so much weight behind something.
Yeah, dude. Try not to piss you off.
1-2 that took
Yeah.
the fight down. Schneider could later be seen breathing through an oxygen mask and periodically.
That's the best
Oh
one.
my
The paramedics
God.
had to come,
Yeah, what'd he say?
hook him up to an oxygen machine,
What a wimp.
and he had to be
Hi,
taken to the
Mom.
hospital. He's one of the most prolific
They didn't get a post-fight interview with him.
as a shift, but he's
Dang.
Oh my god, this guy. Rouge Morgue Magazine, 180. Oh, he's a big guy.
Terrible. They're awful. They're hypnotically bad, but they're so bad on such a gigantic.
Has he got a scarf?
Scale.
The third fighter was Chris Alexander. Unlike the previous two competitors, Chris actually trained for the fight.
Oh,
Even
wow.
though he thought it was all just a PR stunt, Chris decided to prepare himself for anything. Quote,
Man, Chris is actually starting to become a little more impressive as the time goes on, I will say.
I knew Boll was a bit nuts, and that he actually boxed back in Germany. So I trained. I hired a boxing coach and did a ridiculous amount of cardio. However, Chris didn't take the event as seriously as this quote might suggest. He arrived wearing bat wings, a set of plastic fangs, a scarf, a smoking jacket.
Yeah, he definitely did not train. I mean, he might have said he trained, but that's I don't know, man. He might be a BSer.
and a wrestling mask.
Yeah.
Before his match, he took the mic and performed.
Let's see what he looks like during the
Muhammad
fight.
Ali's famous mantra.
Oh my god, yeah, he's getting the shit kicked out of him.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like if you really legit are physically ready and you made the physical training deposits, I think you just don't say anything. But if you start peacocking,
Yeah, exactly.
I feel like that's an indication that you're not ready for this. Like, that's the only control you're going to have over the fight is the
Yes.
pre-fight peacocking.
Yes, I completely agree.
Thank you.
Chris Alexander's training helped him fare much better than the previous two fighters. Unlike them, he managed to land a few punches and even block some of the director's
Oh, okay.
blows. During the first round,
Oh, wow.
it seemed like he had a winning shot, but then he did something to piss Uwe Boll off. After the round ended, he went to his corner and took a sip from his water bottle, which was full of fake blood. Then the bell rang, and Chris waited for Bull to hit him. Once he did, Chris spat the fake blood at him, and as soon as Bull found out that Chris was mocking him, he went into a rage. The director put an end to the match by landing a few shots onto the
Damn.
Before exiting the ring, Chris gave the crowd a ending a few
Let's see. So he comes out. He's got the fake blood, so he's mocking him. And he's basically like, yeah, this is how you make movies, man. And then so the guy turns it up.
And Chris waited for Bull to hit him. Once he did, Chris spat the fake blood at him, and as soon as
Yeah, that's
Bull
wild,
found out
the
that Chris was
fuel
mocking
Bam.
fire that
he
you're
went into a
fighting.
rage. The director put an end to the match by landing a few shots
Dang.
to the critic's skull. Before exiting the ring, Chris gave the crowd a final theatrical bow.
This is the kid I'd be a little more worried about. Yeah, this guy
The
actually
one
seems...
with fake blood in his mouth?
No, this guy here, he looks like yeah, you are there's a lag here. This young guy, his mom brought him, but he just seems very serious. That's the kind of look, if you're going to fight somebody who's got to look like that,
Yep, no,
you want
that's,
to think twice about it, I think.
Yeah, that's Natty Lights at the gas station guy right there. That's
Absolutely.
That's fist fight somebody for a beer.
Yeah, absolutely. That's somebody took his girlfriend when he was 11 and he's still pissed off about it.
It was against
Yep.
Chance Minter, a 17-year-old who wasn't even a critic. Minter's status as a minor worried the event's sponsors at GoldenPalace.com, worried about the bad press
Oh, wow, and he works in coal mines. So he's probably really strong.
that could potentially come with a 41-year-old man beating up a 17-year-old. They desperately tried to talk the young boxer out of the fight. But Minter wasn't worried about his safety. He told press, quote, "Bull's really wild, more of a brawler than a fighter. His jab is weak, and he tries to get close so he can swing wide."
Wow, he's literally telling you what the strategy of Uwe Boll is. I mean, that's respectable. I actually think this kid might knock him out. I don't know what happens.
Yeah.
I don't remember, but he basically just talked about the tactic.
I'm just gonna go
I honestly wouldn't want to fight this kid.
out there and do my thing.
No.
In the first match, Minter's mother stood in his corner, cheering him on. Although Minter's form and technique was a step above any of the previous fighters, he was still no match for the German director. It was the last fight of the evening, and Bull seemed like he wanted to end it fast. Minter spent most of the first round on the defensive, while Bull pummeled him.
Oh, he's letting him get tired and he's blocking his fights or blocking his punches. That's actually pretty smart. I respect this kid a little bit. And it's the last fight of the night, so Uwe Boll is tired.
Oh, jeez, yeah.
It's a smart move.
That left Minter winded and wobbly.
Oh, wow.
With that, the ref declared Bull the winner by technical knockout. Then Minter
Wow.
and Bull did something unexpected. They hugged it out. Bull triumphantly grabbed the mic and told the crowd this.
What, this is the only kid who can judge my movies?
Yeah. It's the only way to write their fucking critiques. Oh.
Minter also took the mic and praised his 41-year-old opponent. Quote, "He's a great guy who makes great movies, and all the people who say they hate him don't know what they're talking about."
Man, Minter ended up being the GOAT, huh?
Wow, the only guy who could actually, like, compete with him was,
Yeah,
like,
the kid.
it was this kid who was just, like, No,
Yeah.
I like the guy. I just wanted to fight him.
Yeah, I just wanted to do this event.
For his harsh criticism, saying Bull's movies weren't as bad as he claimed. To this, Bull later told press, quote, "I hit them so hard, they have brain damage, so they love my movies now."
I hit them so hard, they have brain damage. They love my movies now. All right.
Chris
That's a
Alexander told
great
press
statement.
that nothing will sway my opinion about House of the Dead, Alone in the Dark, and Blood Rain. Nothing. But I knew I would develop some kind of sick, twisted admiration for them.
Yeah, all right. Well, there's the story there. So that's an interesting time.
That's pretty excellent.
Yeah, not bad, huh? Where are we at here? Let's get back to drawing. Kitten, come use this furniture. Dude, Mark plays Minecraft all day. Like there was like a point where he was working third shift, and we were on different time frames, obviously, and he came to hang out, and he's like, actually, this is like my morning time, and I'm like, dude, I gotta go to bed. And I was like, you're welcome to do whatever you want if you want to play Minecraft. And he was like, cool. He just played Minecraft like through the whole third shift.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. And he's got this, I don't know, he's like farming cows and stuff. I don't know. I hate to say what I think he's doing, because I wouldn't be describing it correctly. Yeah, I don't know. Then he can shoot the cows out, like launch them out if he doesn't need them anymore. And he was like capturing ghosts. I don't know. It was interesting.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I kind of get the gist of what you're saying. I mean, I'm in it right now. So
What do you do? Like, what's your
I do
like?
a bunch of different things. There's a bunch of different people on this server too, which is nice. It's like a bunch of like my high school friends are on the server.
Oh, cool.
But you know, I just build a little house and like, you know, go explore the world and try and find more things to like make my house nicer.
Like real life.
Yeah, pretty much. Except for, you know, I have, you know, infinite land here.
Do you think
I don't
that
have to-
there are people whose internet relationships interrupt their IRL relationships?
Yes.
I think so too. I think it happens way more than people talk about.
I had a friend who she wouldn't date seriously because she had a Minecraft boyfriend from like middle school that they like still talk regularly.
Oh wow.
And you know, she didn't start like dating people until she met him in real life, and it like broke the illusion.
Oh, I bet.
And it was a hard break.
What was the illusion that? Well, I guess you could never live up
Well,
to
that
it.
like, you know, that the person was different.
Yeah.
You know? She's like I didn't know he was like 8 inches shorter than me. You know.
Yeah. He knew.
And then like a total creep in person, because he was like,
Really?
you know, this cool charismatic guy.
He
like,
was
on
a
video
creep in
calls and
person?
stuff.
That sucks.
Yeah.
That breaks my heart. How long did this relationship last?
I mean, it was like, you know, I think she knew the guy since like middle school.
That's gotta already be like a Black Mirror episode, right?
It has to be.
My life's like Black Mirror. I got a computer and things are feeling kind of weird. I feel like I'm in Black Mirror.
Yeah.
This is just like an episode of Black Mirror right now. No, yeah, a lot of kids are playing Fortnite. The top 3 games are Roblox, Fortnite, and Minecraft, and then it starts to splinter off.
Sounds right.
Yeah. Man, kids love games that
I'd take Fortnite off the roster if I could, but you know.
you don't play Fortnite?
I don't like Fortnite. I don't know.
Dude, I'm thinking about streaming it. I play it almost every day.
Really?
I play more chess. I need to start streaming chess and Fortnite, and then my streams can be longer because I just do them to
thing
break it
about
up.
Chess for me is people tie it so directly to intelligence.
Yeah, and it's
That
really
I don't like that. If you don't play a good game of chess, you're considered unintelligent.
yeah, and it's so not
And
true.
it's just because I haven't dedicated the time to learning the game.
You're absolutely
for me,
right. I kind of want to play a game of
'Cause it's
chess
like-
right now.
Like I have like a bit of a like obsessive nature with things, especially with games.
Yeah,
And it's like if I really dedicated chess, I could probably go crazy.
oh for sure.
But it's
If you
just
really,
it's not a game that I find fun or interesting.
yeah, I think I got taught chess when I was like 8 or 9 years old, and yeah, that really helps starting really early. Because then,
I mean, I was taught the game very young. I
Oh,
wasn't
were you?
interested in it. You know, it's not a very engaging game. It does not move as fast as I want it to. You know, like
I play pretty
enjoy a game
fast.
of bullet chess so much more.
yeah, that's what I play. But it took a long time for
Oh,
me to
there you
get there. Yeah, that's what I play. Here we go. 3 minutes. 3 minutes per opponent. Oh, I'm starting as black. Ugh. Playing someone from Australia. G'day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the bobby.
You know, there was a period of time where Australians were wanting to ban American tourism because anytime we hear the word Australian, we say that shit.
Yeah, I could see that. I expect they're going to start limiting Americans' travel. It's going to become more of a
yeah.
thing. I just was reading some stuff like people are not stoked about us right now.
No, I wouldn't think so.
Yeah. What are the odds are that I'm going to beat this guy? I feel pretty confident.
That you're gonna what?
Beat this guy. Come
Oh, I
on
don't know.
now.
I don't know anything about your or his EL or whatever it's called.
Elo.
ELO.
You say yell. Your
I
Yelp.
said EL. I don't know.
I don't know what your guys' Yelp scores are. And I don't
I don't
care.
know what your Yelp is.
And to be honest, I don't care.
Oh my gosh, boats on ice are nuts.
In Minecraft?
Yes, they're so fast.
Really?
Dude, my the rubber pad on my Xbox controller wore off. It's just driving me freaking nuts. Just digging into my thumb, I was super upset about it.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like $65 to replace an Xbox controller.
Oh, that's so rough. Dude, I heard that the new video game systems are like so expensive.
The new what?
Like
Oh,
I
they're
heard
getting so
the
expensive.
Switch to the games are almost $100 a piece.
Whoa. Yeah. No, yeah, for the Switch 2 specifically. But I was trying to come up with a solution for this thing, and I eventually was like, you know what? I have some heat shrink tube, like a box of heat shrink tube.
Yeah.
So I put a piece of it over to see if it would work, and it totally did. It was awesome.
Okay.
So I like essentially like replaced the rubber component on my Xbox controller to like something that feels like factory grade.
That's awesome, dude. I wore
And it
off.
costs like sub 5 cents.
I need to do something for my Switch controller. It's out of control. It's
Dude,
out of,
like you have the drift.
I don't know. What's that?
It's like if you leave your controller, if you like set your controller down, does it drift on its own?
That happened to me one time, but no, that doesn't happen anymore. I did have one day where I was like, "Oh, this sucks." I just restarted it and I was good. See, I gotta stop exchanging pieces with players with this Elo. Because they don't even have a plan. They're just kind of, you just kind of like evenly. Well, this guy is ahead though, so I gotta watch what I'm saying. Much respect, my friend. He's got 42 seconds. I got a $1:27. So I'm up.
Oh, shit.
I'm up by almost a minute. All right, I got him by a minute. What's he gonna do?
Nice. He's gotta start getting hasty.
Oh yeah, he is gonna get hasty. That's one thing that happens with this. What am I gonna do? Now I have time, so I don't need to panic as much.
Oh, I don't.
He's got 20 seconds. I'm gonna do this. Nice. He's got 12 seconds. Okay. So I got a little bit of time though. 10 seconds, baby. I got a minute on him. What are you gonna do, buddy?
Nice.
Am I gonna do anything? What can I do? What can I do? He's got 6 seconds. What can you do with 6 seconds? He's not. I got you in check. 4 seconds. Two seconds left. What are you gonna do, buddy?
I'm nearing that part of the game where I just start building a housing development.
Like a neighborhood. All right, and I won.
Yep.
All right.
I always get to that point where I just start building like neighborhoods.
Really? Like a regular tycoon.
Yeah, I don't know. In another life, maybe, you know.
Should I play another game? Let's do it.
That's up to you. That's up to your streamer, actually.
Yeah. Oh, it's 10:30. It's late. How long have I been going? 2.5 hours. I really should be doing 3-hour streams. Just hard to find the time. Oh, interesting. Oh, nice. Interesting. Gotta move that queen around, Jacobo. Oh, this is an American. I'm just gonna keep attacking that queen and see what we get. You're leading so heavy with the queen, and I'm actually building something over here. I'm over here building something. And you're living off a queen. Which is a smart, it's not a bad move.
Ooh, picking up debuffs. Mining fatigue 3. Yeah, ain't nobody with that.
Ooh, I'm getting fancy over here.
Ooh.
We're gonna start exchanging pieces. What are we gonna do? What do you want to do? That's what I figured. Ooh, that's fancy. Why would you do that? I'm surprised. Nice. Ooh, I'll take it. All right, so I like what's going on here. Damn. That actually might be a good move for him. Opening things up a little bit because you were blocked by your own pieces. But bam. Okay, where are we at? I'm up by 3. All right, I'm up by 15 seconds. I like what's happening here. I'm taking these pieces. I'm on a roll. There's a huge opportunity for him. Let's see if he takes it. Nope, he doesn't. And I win. Yeah, there was a huge opportunity there for him to mess everything up, but instead I won. I had 1 great move and 10 best moves, 6 excellent moves. I really dominated this guy. I'm on a roll, guys. You guys think I can get 3 in a row?
Well, let's see.
Let's see what happens, huh? All right, now I'm white. Playing a guy from Syria. Oh, Syria just recently got all the sanctions lifted. Now you can play him on chess.com.
Whoa.
Yeah, they just got welcomed. I'm sure they could still play on this game. I don't know if that... I can't imagine it's directly correlated to that, to the website. Part of the sanctions rule is that they won't be able to have chess.com. But President Trump, that's such a bold move. Yes, no one's ever done it before, right? Then I will do it.
Take it away, chess.com.
You gotta take it. Yep, there you go. Putting you in a weird spot there, sucker. He's a pretty good player. We'll see what happens. You better castle. Yeah, he's got a good position he's in. This guy's playing a good game. This is tight. It's an even game. I'm starting to get some mental fatigue. I gotta stop playing after this one.
Yeah, you gotta stop with chess.
Yeah, there's only so much. Yeah, you can mentally kind of only do so much and stay competitive. After a while, you're kind of disrespecting the game. Bam. Sure. Here we go. What are you going to do here, coach? You only got one choice. Yeah, baby. We'll see what happens, though. I don't want to get too arrogant. These builds are very amateurish, I feel like.
Do you have an open you like to stick to?
Yeah, I've been doing the same open since I was a kid, actually, if you want to know the truth. I actually been.
What's your?
It's like
what's
called
your,
it's called the French defense.
I only ever open ideal unless I'm doing the fool's mate.
I don't know what that. What's a fool's mate?
Oh, dude. So a fool's mate is when you know the other person doesn't play chess,
Yeah.
and you intentionally sacrifice like a key player to beat somebody within like 4 moves.
Oh, okay. There's a.
And
Go ahead.
I've done it to I did it in practice once against somebody, and then I did it to a guy at a bar once.
Oh
It
wait,
was
so you were
amazing.
training at chess?
No, I had a buddy who was like chess club, and like he was like giving me instances like to use like certain openings.
Game. I won.
And that
USA.
was one of
USA.
the ones he taught me.
USA. Yeah, that's. I should. I'd actually like to see
I
that.
called him after I used that too.
Did you? Hey, I hope you're having
Yeah,
a seat.
I was like, dude, you're not gonna believe it. I used your fucking.
That was probably really nice to
fool's
hear.
mate.
Yeah,
He was pumped.
I bet. I wonder. I don't think there's anybody that I've taught chess that still plays chess. It's not. I've never really shared my love of chess with anyone in particular. I have some friends that I used to play chess with, but most of my friends, because I play so much chess, what happens, here's the trick with me. I will generally lose the first game to you so that because I don't want to demoralize you. But what a lot of my friends do is they'll play me one game and then they'll win and then they'll just swear off playing me forever so that they're undefeated against me, which is such a vicious trick.
That would drive me insane if you ever did that to me.
What, let you win or what? Or I just
Yeah.
said you can never play again?
No, let me win. That
Oh.
would drive me insane.
Why?
I hate that. It bothers me on my core.
You know what I figured out? When by the time I left high school, I found out that my best friends, like the people like I liked them and they liked me, had all one thing in common. One, they really, really cared about particular video games and winning at those games. And two, I never cared about winning, so I let them beat me. And not that I let them beat me, I just didn't get worked up about losing. So I'd be like,
Oh, that
okay,
would
I'm getting
drive me
better.
insane.
So a lot of them just really enjoyed beating me, and I just didn't care. And I didn't realize I had a lot of friends that way. And then once I'd start getting an edge, all my friends, Mark, Corey, Matt, these are like Hall of Fame friends, right, that I've had over the years. All of them have this issue where, like, if I start creeping up on them, they become like toddlers. And these are all very reasonable, intelligent people. Like, it's so sad. Like, Mark will literally throw a fit. He was just, I'm done with this. You know, and he's chill about everything else.
That's wild. Yeah, no, I got a friend that I smoked him at Mortal Kombat once, and that was his game, and it was literally the only time I've ever beaten him,
Yeah.
and he got so pissed that I beat him that he geared up on his main and then just uncorked on me.
Oh my God. See,
And I'm
I don't
and
understand
he was
that.
just talking shit about it the entire time, and I'm like, dude, I hate this game.
Yeah,
I'm playing
yeah.
this to play with you.
Yeah, for sure, man. I just never thought it was that important. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, it seems to make him happy, whatever. But, yeah. Yo, Corey, I was just talking about you. That's so funny. I wonder if he was listening. Oh, no, because there's a
Corey,
delay
we
on
were
it.
just talking shit about you.
No, that's not true.
Nice.
No, I think the thing is so delayed. I think it's delayed by several minutes. Maybe not though.
I wonder if the Twitch delay is different than the YouTube delay.
Oh yeah, I mostly pay attention to YouTube now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I am on Twitch. Yeah.
Twitch won't let me log in.
Yeah, dude, you've been having that problem for 2 years.
Oh, for
No
years.
way. No, I just hopped on. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just talking about you. I was talking about a brand of friend that I had growing up, Well, I didn't play video games with Corey in high school. I played video games with him when he moved to Chicago, but we only played Nintendo 64 games. So I feel like that somehow kind of retroactively like made up for time we would have been spending playing Nintendo 64. What were we saying, James? Oh, you can't log into Twitch. You were saying that you can figure out so many things in life, but you can't log into Twitch. Blows my mind.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know why that's the thing that will stop me forever, because it involves a lot of like emails and phone calls.
No, they want a phone call. Twitch wants a phone call.
I've tried to do the phone call route, and they just won't pick up my fucking calls. And when they do, it's like call center in India.
That's frustrating.
And they're like, we can't verify that this is you. And I'm like, because I made it with my like old Yahoo email, like when Twitch was like new.
Yeah, we played a little bit of Smash.
So, like, it's gone through so many updates that like my account got deleted, but it's still registered under that email. Good stuff.
Why don't you just use a different email?
Because then I would have to make a different email. I just don't want to do that.
I gotcha. No, Corey, I think the game you and I had was Blitz. Because when I started playing Corey in Blitz, I dominated him so bad at the beginning, he was like, I have to figure this out. Still dying at the picture you sent me today. Yeah, dude. My favorite part isn't even sending you the picture. It's me thinking about you responding to this picture. Actually, James, I'll send you the picture. I just sent this picture to Corey just for him to be like, what the hell? Oh, hello. Tim Tax. Yeah, it's the Tim Tax. Let me send this to James. It's a guy who won a costume contest. But I think he looks kind of like Ely. Oh, wow. That's a pretty girl. Yeah, I'll send a message to you. What's the highlight of your weekend? Oh, interesting. Oh, internet. Yeah.
Reference to something?
No, it's a guy who won a contest. I think it was like a gangster contest. I don't know. It's something in lore.
That's a rough costume to win.
Yeah, dude. Just the whole. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I love the drill. It's a great drill.
He kind of looks like a pig. Yeah. He's just got that. He's just very pink. Yeah, the Tim Tax. I just love the idea of Corey just looking on his phone going, what the hell? What is he... Like, why did he send this to me?
What is the Tim Tax?
It's just that I send Corey. Corey's kind of like you in a sense where you try to filter the kind of material. So you said you only want to really try to consume stuff that isn't toxic or like... difficult. Corey likes to consume very positive things and like people accomplishing things and stuff like that. So sometimes I'll find people on the internet that are generally, I'm gonna be completely honest, a little mentally challenged and a little glib about it, but they're like totally confident in their skin. And they're people that I just feel like if Corey sat down next to them and saw them, he'd probably get up and move seats. So I just send it to him and I'll be like, hey, look, watch this video. And because there's a lot of people on YouTube who get hella views and they're just weird people. You know what I mean? Like just strange people that I wouldn't really want to, like, hang out with them, but I kind of don't mind observing them from my computer. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll
hear
find particularly odd people, and Corey just doesn't get down with that. So I force it upon him. So I know that he'll watch it because I'm sending it to him, and I know it bothers him. So, yeah.
It's like when Bull sends me
You
certain
basically
videos.
send me 4chan type Nah, 4chan, if you're being hyperbolic, 4chan might be a little, yeah, I guess it's on that spectrum. That's true. It's closer towards 4chan than like a funny regular text message. Yeah. Do you know about Chris Chan? Do you know what Chris Chan is, James?
No, I don't.
That's probably a really good thing. I wonder if Joel knows who Chris Chan is. I can't even, honestly, I don't even have the energy to explain to you this guy, the lore.
The energy to explain it.
Yeah, because I would have to do it with so much conviction, and I just don't want to. And I don't know enough, and I've never told the story before, but I did learn about him, but hyperbolic for sure. Yeah, okay, yeah. Because when I think of 4chan, 4chan's got like, 4chan's pretty rough. They allow a lot of terrible stuff. It's funny, in 2020, it was one of the top places I would go to for finance, stock tips and stuff like that.
It's 4chan, really.
Yeah, 4chan, and then I was actually on Reddit before it got turned over, and the hedge funds are on it. So that was a really cool time. I actually made a bunch of money.
Baby.
Yeah, when people were doing that. Dude, my favorite quote was when the hedge funds were holding on to GameStop and losing all that money, and they basically said publicly on CNBC, like, eventually, unfiltered Tim Brain is into some oddball stuff. Well, yeah, I guess. I'm intrigued by bizarre things, but not like only bizarre because I've yet to discover it. Not that like I stay in the bizarre. Like, dude, you guys ever see the alpha wolf pack? Like, the guys are like, don't mess with my wolf pack. You know what I'm talking about? This like redheaded guy, and he's like, I'm the alpha. This is the beta. And it's just like people, like autistic people living in an apartment. And they're like, yeah, I'm the beta. You ever seen that, James?
No, that sounds like one of those things.
Dude, I
that,
have
like
to.
your buddy, I would walk away from.
Yeah, dude. This is my stream, so I'm showing it. There's this one clip that I just think is the funniest thing in the world. Alpha Wolfpack. Yeah, Alpha Wolfpack. I am intrigued by, you know what it is? It's a weird thing, like, it's mental health to an extent. That's a perfect example, honestly. You love sending me that stuff. I do. Yeah, Alpha Wolfpack. Let's see. There's one where he's like, yeah, the Wolfpack cringe. Yeah. So this is only a minute.
Right, you little bastard.
He's already just getting started. Dude, they're so good. All right, yeah, I'm going to share this on my thing. All right, you little bastard. I'd be surprised if I get marked for his 30-second video or whatever, but so the trick for reaction videos, if you don't know, Corey, is that you have to stop them inadvertently and give commentary. So here he is. Let me turn it up. So this is something they posted on TikTok. They're called the Alpha Wolf Pack.
You want to challenge my pack? Well, I hate to say it, but I'm not the alpha that you want to challenge. Because my true alpha is right there.
Because my true alpha is right there. And he just walks into frame.
So if you want to challenge one of us...
Oh, and then there's another one. She comes up on the shoulder. She's the more charming part of the wolf pack.
You have to go through all of us.
So he's like, if you want to fight me...
I'm more worried about that guy.
you're going to have to fight all of us.
Ain't that right, alpha?
Why did he put his leg and back like that? He's exposing his neck. And why is he not wearing a shirt? Like, come on, man.
Wolfpack, baby.
Oh, sorry. We gotta get some. Let's start this from the beginning.
Right, you little bastard.
You want to challenge my pack? Well, I hate to say this, but I'm not the alpha that you want to challenge.
Why does he hate to say that? It's just like it's a phrase he's tacking on the front of the sentence. I hate to say this. It's like, no, you don't. You just know that's something to say because you saw it in cartoons and read it in comic books. I hate to say this, but
you go.
I'm not the alpha you want to challenge.
Because my true alpha is right there.
Because my true. So he knows he's right there. So that means they practiced this. And he choreographed it. And he goes, nah, just then walk right behind me. And then you'll be right behind me. And this will be perfect right behind us. And he's like, dude, you're wearing your shirt. Take your freaking shirt off. Otherwise, it's not going to be intimidating. He's like, you're absolutely right. That's why you're the alpha.
So if you want to challenge one of us, you have to go through all of us. Ain't that right, alpha?
So true. I'm back. I stepped down because I had to.
He stepped down because he had to. I'm back. I stepped down because I had to. Oh, God. It's just too much for me, man. Oh, it's so hard for me to watch this. It's too much joy.
I stepped down because I had to. Now I'm back.
Why did he have to step down? I have so many questions. I stepped down because I had to.
Questions that you don't answer.
I know, it's true. It's like
if you had to hop on a meeting with this guy and like ask these questions, oh.
He'd be like, so you're the alpha? He's like, I don't think you wanted to get on the Zoom call because I'm not the alpha you want to mess with because he's my true alpha. Then he puts his neck back. Ain't that right, alpha? What is he trying to do? The Tobey Maguire kiss in Spider-Man?
Yes.
I stepped down because I had to.
Why?
Now I'm back. So, you want to challenge? Let's challenge.
You want to fight me one-on-one? Well, listen up.
You want to fight me one-on-one? Listen up well.
You want to fight me one-on-one? Well, listen up well. He was my trainer.
Oh, shit. He was your trainer? Oh, no. That guy's got a bicep.
So I suggest you shut up and sit your ass down.
Look, his eyes are all big and shit. I suggest you shut up and sit your ass down. Like,
Before you have to
he cuts the girl off. She's like, sit your ass down. He just talks over her.
suggest you shut up and sit your ass down. Before you have to deal with him.
You want to fight me? Well, you're going to have to deal with them. Like, come on, buddy.
And we're all ready.
Hold on.
Down. Before you have to deal with him.
And I'm ready.
And we're all ready. Right.
Oh, my God. You guys want to see another one? Is this your guys' favorite content? Ruined Life. Wolfpack Alpha. There's got to be another one. I'm not going to... They're actually trying to show me wolves. Wolfpack Alpha? No, Wolfpack Elite channel. I don't think that people really... I think that what happened was they were doing... Oh, is this him?
Delta, Beta, Den Mother, and our news member.
Okay, there's another Den Mother. She's not on the camera. She's at home. And they have a new member, and that's the Hunter, and he's out of state. Just in case you're wondering.
Delta,
Oh, he's keeping up.
Beta,
So I think they posted on TikTok, and then it got so popular that it started migrating to YouTube and Instagram and stuff, but they're not posting it. And I don't think they've posted in a long time because I think that they're seeing how people are taking it. Can you imagine they're posting? I think it is real, dude. Well, it's not. They're definitely role playing, but they're like it's got layers to it. But they're role playing this thing, and they don't realize how absurd they are because of obvious reasons, I would say. But don't try this at home.
See how much of a badass I am as
Dude, I should start my videos that way. You want to see how much of a badass I am? I mean, there's some structure to what they're doing. Like,
see how much of a badass I am as an alpha?
as an alpha, like, dude, I'm gonna start cutting and rotoscoping these videos and putting them in interstitials on my streams because I love it that much. Dude, it's bad how much I like this. This is a bad thing. This is something I need to get over.
Oh my goodness.
I got lemon right here. See how much of a badass I am as an alpha? I got lemon right here.
Oh no, he's got lemon candy right here. Extreme lemon candy. Toxic waste. Actually, James, do you remember seeing these on Alibaba? They're selling these.
Waste?
Yeah, well, there's these toxic waste label, like little cases that you could buy on Alibaba that cost like 2 cents. And so if you were trying to make money, you would kind of makeshift them. So whoever sold this put a sticker on it that said it's this super sour candy. But I do know that these little plastic containers on Alibaba a few years ago were just in huge excess, and they were stupid cheap, and they were selling them for nothing.
Really?
Yeah, because I remember when I worked at Big Monster Toys, I was looking through stuff and for our videos, and it was just like, what are we gonna do with all these? So I decided not to buy them.
This right here?
So that's a kind of interesting esoteric. I mean, there's no way they could know that, but somebody definitely bought this container and then put toxic waste, and they were like, "Holy shit, this is super sour candy." And then someone, probably mixed two things together, and here we are.
Also, wait, most sour candy in the world.
Most sour candy in the world. You heard it, everybody.
You heard it here first.
Oh, you're saying it's a legit candy? Oh, that might be true. I'm always open to being wrong. Maybe one more. Wolfpack channel. Make it a good one. I might rewatch this one. No, I'm just kidding. I won't do that to you guys. It's from an actual candy company. Did you actually try this candy? Well, yeah, no, I'm sure it's from a real company. I mean, companies are just groups of people. I'm just saying how they put it together. It was a very profitable thing. I think the likelihood is that that's not the most sour candy in the world, that it's just a candy, and they put that case on it to make it more sellable, and that's pretty profitable. True alphabet training, lover siblings. Well, this is
Lover siblings is not what I was hoping to hear right there.
Coming to you live at my new apartment. Upcoming video of that. But right now, I'm gonna do it fast because I've been having technical difficulties with this video. This is about my 5th time doing it. This video is dedicated to the Wolfpack Elite channel and the Facebook page.
Hell yeah, and they got a Facebook page. That's what's up. Oh, so you've had the candies, Gray Fox? Okay, so then the question is it the most sour candy in the world? That's what they're claiming.
More recent news for those coming up. But anyway, if you guys want to join, message me on Facebook, on the Wolfpack Elite channel, on the Wolfpack Elite page, which I'm personally making. Baby Husky's not feeling too good.
Yeah, I'm making the Facebook page. Want to let you guys know there's a Facebook page coming. Baby Husky's sick.
Breaks, everything will be explained in an upcoming video on the new channel. Keep an eye out for it. This is General Wolfie.
General Wolfie.
General Wolfie.
All right. I didn't realize he had a title. General Wolfie.
Making this short because of my storage. And right now, see you guys soon. And remember, stay safe, don't break any rules, and stay cool.
All right. Okay. I mean, I'm not going to hate it.
Don't break any rules.
I'm not going to hate
that's
that.
That's what an alpha does.
You know how alphas never break rules? That's a cardinal rule of an alpha. Yeah.
That's a cardinal rule.
You ever
of
seen that?
alpha.
What's
It's
that
not
guy's
very
name? Who goes, never, ever, ever be a beta. Never be a beta. That guy? Oh, losing.
No.
Never be there it is. Never be a beta. That video. Not sure if it's the most sour, but they are pretty sour. The orange drum ones are even more sour. Well, then, okay, so then would you say they're more sour than Warheads? That's the real question. Never be a
Damn it,
beta.
my lamp.
Oh, here it is.
Just never be a beta. Just never ever do it. It is death. Never ever ever do it. Okay? Just wipe that out of your mind. It is, nothing good comes from that.
Like, dude, let's just think about what's happening here. Never, ever, ever be a beta. He's got his hands in his pockets right here. Just like the most like, never be a beta ever. He's just sweating and he's got this like, I don't know, like what's that guy, Chris Angel,
Beta
kind of that
cuck energy.
Tim. I think you're addicted to videos that cause brain rot. Yeah, dude, I think you might be right.
Ever do
I think
it. Okay?
That's the definition of the brain.
Yeah, I think that is brain rot. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm addicted to them. I'm just bringing them back.
Be a beta. Just never ever do it. It is
Dude,
death. Never.
it is death. Never be a beta. Corey, this should be your alarm clock in the morning. Never, ever, ever be a beta. And it just stays on for the first 15 minutes of your alarm. It doesn't turn off unless you get up.
Ever ever do it.
Dude, I want to clip all these videos that I've shown you guys. I want to rotoscope these guys out, and I want to put them in my interstitials on my streams.
Okay?
Oh my
Just
God.
wipe that out of your mind. It is, nothing good comes from that.
Or if I feel like it kind of fits the stream. Like if I'm having a very productive artistic stream and I'm playing like classical music, maybe I'll do just the animation interstitials. But I think if I'm having like a really kind of shit show stream, I'll just start sending these in between.
Ever. Okay? The only thing good is if you're like in jail and you're about to get shot. You're like,
Corey, I'm gonna for Christmas, I'm gonna get you a ticket to this guy's show. Kylie would divorce me so quick. If what? Kylie would divorce you for what? Oh, if you had this alarm clock?
okay. You know, other than that, if you're in a free society, don't do it. It just doesn't happen. You cannot happen.
Why are this? Dude, he's just not. Oh my God. You know what's kind of funny? Those shoes are actually starting to come into style, and I feel like he's not actually. I feel like this video is old enough that this was not a good time to wear those sneakers, because I think these sneakers are actually starting to get hotter and hotter, because they have the Balenciagas, and then they're kind of bringing like stepdad shoes are kind of real hot right now, and I think that they were going to kind of keep going.
All of a sudden, the New Balance dad shoe is like
They're
a
huge,
thing.
dude. They're the top. They're the second next to Jordans. They're the top shoe at my school.
Really, the
But
New
I'd go to
Balance
this
are
guy's
down.
show, but I'd have to be pretty baked, dude. What if I bought tickets to this guy's show and I don't think he would let you vlog it. I think these kinds of guys, especially with this video probably going more viral than viral. It's got 46 likes. This is pretty niche stuff, actually. We might be able to dude, Corey, you could probably befriend this guy, honestly.
Okay? Now, going from there,
Going from there, like, dude, who's paying for this guy's course?
you accept this, the easier life gets. You're like, oh, life is actually awesome. Wait.
Dude, I want to make a movie. It is my dream. I've told this story. Like when I've been writing stories, I've always had stories that I really wanted to tell. One in particular was a fantasy about really kind of absurdly stupid and cute characters. And I once called them utopians, but I think that's really what the Mud Pillows are, and I'm actually able to express that story. So it's not just a one-off. It's definitely something I want to tell. But I want to tell a story about people. I'm good on befriending him, I think. Dude, bro, you got to stop being so judgmental, Corey. I think this guy would totally be on your team. I think Sean would be kind of jealous. I think what's his name? What the fuck's that one kid's name? Bobby would be jealous. Bobby would be like, I don't know, I don't like him.
You accept it. As long as you don't accept it, and you're like, I just want someone to like me for the real beta.
But no, I want to tell a story that mixes the thing. Like the feeling I get from him is the same feeling I get from like Joel Osteen, the guy who does the mega churches, and people who sell motivation, but they're pyramid scams. People who sell Amway, like Kirby vacuums, like that kind of energy where it's like, I got great energy. We all do. We're going to make money. We're going to do great. Give me money. I'm doing this stuff, you know? And look at the way his feet are. Just his feet, like, can I, dude, the way he even stands. Like, I don't know. It's absurd. He's just absurd. But no, I want to tell a story. I want to tell that story. They kind of, Paul Thomas Anderson did it with The Master. There was talking about L. Ron Hubbard, the founder of the Church of Scientology. That's the closest story I can think of. Also, I was thinking mixing it with Deadbeat Dads, but just this concept of just the bullshitter, like the people who you can't even tell if they're believing their own bullshit, kind of people. Like, dude, it's a train wreck. I can't stop watching.
Your life's gonna be freaking miserable.
Freaking
People around
miserable.
you will be miserable, and you will be miserable. So just get over it. Now, okay, it doesn't mean to walk around paranoid, and alpha males comfortable themselves. Now, going from
Now, next about alpha males.
there, what you okay, the number one trait of an alpha is self-comfort. So just be comfortable with yourself. Stop being uncomfortable with yourself.
There you go. Fuck, you fucking did it. I'm glad I paid $800 to see this guy. Just stop being a fucking loser. Be an alpha. Stop doing it. Alphas are confident. Stop not being fucking confident. Just like that. It's so easy. Oh my God. Okay. That's enough brain rot. Thank you for anybody who sat through that.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Well, it looks like I'm not the only one who likes brain rot. We retained a couple. All right. Maybe some different music. 1993 Blue Hour. I'm into it. I like the 90s. During the 90s, people were super into the 60s. Isn't that funny? It's that cycle. What the hell is this? Block you. I block so many people on social media. And then I'm not really good on messages. I feel bad. Sometimes some people send me messages and then they delete them. And then they're just unavailable messages. So I know you sent something, but there's nothing there. The moment the Mexican Navy ship crashed into a bridge. This ship in Mexico crashed into a bridge. What the hell, man? Wait, I might actually show it on the stream. Does it actually crash? No, I mean it does, but... Yeah. Man, I didn't realize they had cities like that in Mexico. It's a pretty nice place. Wow, Mexico seems like a really nice place. All right. A crash into the Brooklyn Bridge? No, was that the Brooklyn Bridge? No, really? Where are we at here? Okay, you guys can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm going to keep pushing this drawing forward because I think this is going to be good for marketing. James, does your wife play any video games?
No.
You said that pretty resounding. I've dated some girls that like to play Sims. I once dated this girl who really liked The Sims.
Becca was into Sims in like high school, I think.
Okay.
I think even before that. Like, I don't know. But no, she doesn't. She's not a gamer girl.
I dated this girl that was really into Animal Crossing. I found it very endearing. I liked that she liked Animal Crossing. She would like clean her entire place, and she would take care of like all of her chores. Everything was taken care of, and if everything was good, she would have time and she would just play Animal Crossing. I thought it was adorable.
Huh.
I'd like to find someone that does that or like reads a lot.
Sorry, you're cutting out again. What? That does what?
I'd like to find someone that does something like that or also likes to read a lot.
Becca loves to read. That's her, like...
I'm into that. I want to find a girl that likes to read a lot. Yeah, it was never... Yeah, it was the Brooklyn Bridge? Oh, wow.
Than me, and that's important.
To have a girl that's smarter than you? Oh, yeah. I have no problem with dating someone smarter than me. I actually think it's a good move for me. Also, if somebody makes more money than me, but that actually causes a lot of complications too, though. It's a tough one. You ever see the, like, Africa Corps? Where they'll be like, would you ever marry a woman that makes more money than you? You ever see that clip?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, here it is. It's a pretty popular clip. Here, let me pull it up. Here it is.
Marry a woman that earns more than you.
Never. He's just like, never. Could you marry a woman that makes more than you?
Can you marry a woman that earns more than you? Never. Do such a thing.
Do such a thing. Never. Africa Corps.
So you cannot marry a woman that earns more than you? No, man.
Subscribe.
Never. That's hilarious. It's hilarious. I would never do such a thing. James, it sounds like you're next to a fireplace.
That's what?
You next to a fireplace?
No, not, I would love to be next to a fireplace, but no.
Is there a fireplace in your new place?
Oh, yes.
Oh, what? I was just kind of shooting the shit. My wife makes
gas fireplace.
more than me. Oh, look at you, Gray Fox. Gray Fox, I didn't know you were married. She pays for your streaming habit. Okay. Oh, where are we at here? Come on now. Come on now. Oh, the batteries in the thing are dying. That's rough. I gotta be careful because this level of detail doesn't really... Well, if I'm using it for marketing, you gotta be careful because these books aren't huge and sometimes I'm losing a lot of detail.
Man, I'm having those audio issues again.
Let me reseed. How about now?
I think good.
Okay. Well, we'll see. Married with 2 kids. Oh, look at you. Married with children. Love and the marriage. Love and the marriage. Did you ever watch? Oh, James didn't watch shows. Go together like a horse and carriage. Yeah, I came from like a brain rot household. We watched a lot of TV. And then we would go to work so that we could only come back to the TV. Go together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother. You can't have one without the other. That was a show about a guy who didn't want to have sex with his wife. It was just like an anti-family show. I think it was on Fox. It's a hit show. Al Bundy went to school at James Polk High School where he scored 4 touchdowns in the state championship game, and he brought it up all the time. James, remember that guy who came and toured my apartment, and like I helped him with all these things, and I essentially just like helped myself move out of a building?
I was just telling somebody that story.
I just had that thought not too long ago, because at the time it happened, I was like, this is kind of wild. And then I think it was either today or I was riding by on my bike, because I took that same path downtown, and I went past it, and I was like, yeah, dude, even now that I go back to it, I was like, that was a really bizarre thing that happened. Like, they tried to get the unit that I was in technically wasn't a legal unit for someone to live in. So when the inspector came, the inspector was basically like, what the hell's this about? So they started doing some like kind of corrupt things to get an inspection where they basically like agreed that I didn't live there or something. And by doing that, they needed to have an actual state inspector show up and unplug my stove. And so the people who owned the building didn't want to tell me what was going on because it was all messed up. And they're like, hey, Tim, I know it sounds really weird. Can you do me a favor and pull the stove out? So-and-so is going to come in and unhook it. And they did this whole thing to make it seem like, because I think the theory was you can't have, nobody's going to live in a unit where the stove is capped off, right? So there's no gas oven or whatever, something. And so the guy who wants to buy the place isn't there. They need to pass the inspection, but the people who own the building live in Texas, and he's relying on a friend of his who lives in Chicago. And his friend of his shows up, and he's like, "Hey, what's going on, man? Hey, what are you doing?" And I'm just like drawing the book, you know. And he's like, which he thinks is the weirdest thing. He really thought I was a weird guy.
Yeah, I remember you left the frame of the book up.
Yeah. Well, that was the guy who took the unit. Yeah.
Frame.
Yeah, that one page I left up. Yeah, that was funny. That's funny. I did that subconsciously. You're the one who pointed it out. I was like, yeah, I'll leave it. I'll let him read this. But anyway, yeah, that guy came in. He's like, hey, I'm gonna be right back. The inspector is gonna come by. I'll be right back. And he like leaves for no reason. Then the inspector shows up, and the inspector goes, hey, where's that guy at? And I'm like, I don't know. He's gone, but I can show you the thing. It's just so he could take a picture of this capped off gas line. And he goes, no, the stove needs to be out of the unit. It doesn't, this is not up to code. And I basically was like, listen, guy, it's not that big a deal. He's like, I'm not moving the stove. And I was like, I'll move it. So I just moved it so he could take the picture. Now, here's the thing. Had I not done that one simple act, I might still be living there. I literally did the legwork for all their...
Hey, man, I think you're in a better place now.
Yeah. I mean, well, I liked where I was, though. I liked being in that area.
If you were working in the studio apartment in the basement of a building, not seeing sunlight for that long really fucks you.
That is true. I've had a pretty good year living in this unit.
Yeah.
I think Charlie likes it too. That's true. I've enjoyed Little Village. Trust me, I've definitely gotten a lot out of it. Socially, it's been a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool, man. I can tell, like, I can't speak Spanish, but when I walk by people, I can tell what they're talking about, kinda.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy because you always think they're talking about you before you know what they're talking about. And then you realize that they're just saying things like, I think it's 6 o'clock. And then like, then he put it in the bag. And I'm like, oh, this is like, these conversations are pretty mundane. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. It's a beautiful language. It's going to take a long time to get a vocabulary high enough to get out there. But that's one thing that's kind of making me think I might sign a lease here again. I was like, yeah, forget, like...
Starting to pick up language.
Yeah, trying to pick up the Spanish. Yeah, this is the one place I think you can really do that. Because the guy who can cut my hair didn't speak English.
Oh.
And he's like, yeah, okay. Also, I thought S to BN meant everything's all right. Well, when we say everything's all right, it's a very wholesome statement. Everything's okay. But está bien,
Yeah.
even though it translates to everything's okay, it really means okay. So like if you'll be like, hey, you only gave me a 5. I need $20 more. And then the guy goes, está bien. But he's really saying, okay, let me look. You know what I mean? But the way it's translated, I'm thinking he's saying everything is okay. Like we say that like after we clear out like a fire or something. Like, all right, everybody, it was just an alarm. Everything's okay. Everything's good. You know, like it's a different. We just use the word way different. It's interesting too. Like when instead of somebody who's learning English says, whenever you say like something to them and they don't understand, they would say, "What happened?" Instead of being like, "What?" or like, "What'd you say?" or "I don't understand." They always say, "What happened?" Which is always kind of interesting because they're not really asking what happened. What happened?
That's an interesting catch.
It's just what it is we're all saying the same things. We just may be using like a human being is expressing the same thing everywhere is what I'm saying. Everyone's saying and doing the same things basically. They use language to express those things, and sometimes the language has chosen different words to be in those places. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's something I'm learning. And that's kind of eye-opening too. Like some people actually, I'm learning Spanish and some people aren't fucking talking about jack shit. You know what I mean? They're just fucking boring. They're not talking about anything. Just like, oh, he's like, that guy knows 3 languages. It's like, well, now there's just 3 times as many people know how dumb he is. So, you know, knowing a language doesn't necessarily mean that someone's smart, even though it takes a lot to learn a language. So it's like, it's kind of a weird thing. Like I've kind of, you know, I should probably calm down until I start knowing languages though. It's just, did you take the time to do it or not?
See now for me, that's like learning a language is an incredible thing because it's something that's so like foreign to me.
Yeah, those Greeks, they have a word for everything. But I'm dumb. You want to challenge me? Well, I hate to tell you, I'm not the Conformity Farm you want to challenge. Because this is my true alpha.
Oh my God.
So true. I stepped out because I had to. But now I'm back. You want to challenge us? Well, listen well. If I could get that guy to come on the stream, I would definitely go for it.
I think you might lose viewers over that.
I think I'd probably gain viewers. It wouldn't benefit him because I'd just be getting his viewers.
Yeah.
Where are we at here? You guys see what I'm doing? Sometimes I start drawing on parts of the drawing and I'm not. It's kind of interesting. Am I overworking this? Can I keep going? I almost don't know if that... You know, here's the trick. I guess...
resolution is going to show.
Huh?
And I'm looking at the innards of this cat's mouth, and I'm like, how big is that image going to be?
This will probably be splattered on the website as a banner.
Oh,
It's
okay.
gonna be a panel in the book, but it's also gonna be blown up. I like this drawing, and
Yeah,
I think
you justified it to me already. You said you're blowing it up.
yeah. No, I get what you're saying though. You're thinking like an engineer. You hear that, Corey?
Yep.
You hear that, Corey? That's a guy thinking like an engineer. You know, take notes. I hope you got a notepad out. I don't even know if he's still watching. I'm just talking shit. Corey's got an electrical engineering degree.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think it's funny when I talk to like real engineers because like I do engineering work, but I don't have the background.
Yeah. Is that funny how that happens?
So, it's like I'm like the podon kick version of an engineer.
Well, you're what most companies would rather do. Well, I guess that's actually not true. I was going to say they like to train their engineers so they don't have to pay them as much.
No, people do not like to train their employees right now.
No. Yeah, it seems like the tariffs are really hurting things based on my LinkedIn. The toy people are pretty ubiquitous and being bummed about the tariffs. And I saw Trump was like, instead of $60, they'll just have 2.
Yeah, weird stuff.
I don't think it's going to be that bad. They'll figure something out. That guy's mostly talk. He kind of just spitballs ideas, and then he'll turn if it's not a popular idea. I mean, he's still a populist.
Bro. That's cool. Man, new shit in Minecraft is kind of cool.
Really? There's new shit in Minecraft?
Oh, there's so much new shit.
What's the name of the electricity? Is that redstone?
Redstone.
Oh, redstone. This is 1993, huh? Also, what I'm doing is I leave a lot of space because at some point I'm going to color the book.
At some point, you're gonna what?
Color the book? Because, like, color could definitely save this right here. Actually, let's take a look at what that might look like. Let's see, what color are we going to pick? Let's pick a little flesh tone for one of the pillows. I like the idea that the pillows are just kind of a little dirty. Little dirty sons of bitches. Ooh, that doesn't work. Oh. There it is. Yeah, a little bit of color does a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see, it makes it pop. It's good stuff. I just wanted to toy with it a little bit. All right, where are we at here on our stream? It's 11:30. It's getting kind of late. We're at about 3.5 hours. Okay. All right, guys. I would love to go longer, but my schedule requires me to only have one late night a week, and so I hung out with you guys. It was a lot of fun. Thanks for sticking around. Yeah, and we did some drawing. So I think this drawing definitely got a lot of attention. Started to get more people coming in here for this drawing. But I think it would probably be better if I switched drawings over time, so we'll get to that point. We're mostly just doing this scene, the outbreak scene. I'm not going to break from this scene until it's done. And I'm allowing myself to get as many panels as I would really like to be able to tell this story. I think one of the things that makes this a more difficult project to really get done is that I've made a really staunch effort to put as little words as possible in it. And that means that if you can't tell, you have to show. And that puts a lot on me that way. But it's better than it's ever been. This has been a pretty monumental effort, and we'll get there when we get there. That's cool. I hope you have a good night. Always stick to the end. Yeah, Gray Fox, you do, don't you, buddy? I appreciate that. You guys want me to roll some ads on the way out? I should roll ads at the beginning and then roll them. Yeah, I should open up with ads. I should get better at doing this stream. I should just be better. You know? Hello, today, class, I will be teaching you the foundations of science, which the first thing you must understand is science is bad. And I know what you're thinking. If you haven't studied science, then how could you possibly know? You don't have to be educated to have a strong opinion. And if you're willing to believe that, then you're no smarter than stupid people. You can believe that. Dart dart. Ah, good job, Squeak. You shall be rewarded with currency. Here's $1. Thank you so much. This makes me feel like a true contributor to the society. Ooh, delightful. Vote for Conformity Farm. Yes! I like Vote with your life. Yes! Vote with your follow. Vote by going to a Patreon account and putting your credit card information in and giving money to the Patreon account every month. I hate you. Oh, come on, it's free. See, Squeak? Doesn't that sound like a very nice way for someone to spend their dollar?
Yeah, I think that would be very nice if someone contributed, but I just only have this $1, so I think I'm gonna hold on to it.
Come on, Squeak, come on. Come on, Squeak, come on. Come on. Squeak, give me that $1. Come on. Just give it. Oh, come on, Squeak. Don't be such a conformist.
Oh, I'm not a conformist. Take my $1. There you go. Call me a conformist.